Oh, boy. We're already off to a bad start. Good morning. It is the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Today is Friday, February 28th, 2025. We are coming to you live. Good morning. How's everybody doing?
Good.
I'm doing my best.
What is this nonsense?
I'm doing my best.
You're going to need a new coffee, bitch.
I'm a guy who gets a Trenta coffee that translates to 30 ounces of coffee. This is what I have, what the Starbucks call a tall, the smallest size that they offer. That is in addition to what appears to be a venti, which is 20. So what I'm saying is they ran out of Trenta cups.
Yes.
So you said I cannot go there with just 20 ounces of coffee, and you had them break it up into 2 different cups.
Yes.
Thank you, Gio. Thank you for your service.
They said we cannot do a Trenta. I said you can do a Trenta, and you will do a Trenta.
Why can't they do a Trenta?
Because they don't have the cups.
Oh, okay.
Come on. You're closed.
Yeah.
How do you not have the cups?
Can I tell you, Galvin? I went to my normal Starbucks and was talking to them. They are waiting on a truck. And then we went somewhere else the other day to a Starbucks, and they were out of 3 items. And they said, sorry, we're just waiting on a truck.
Oh,
There seems to be a
supply
truck
chain.
problem.
Yeah.
Seems to be a truck problem.
Yeah.
I think it's tariffs. I don't know.
Plus eggs for the egg bites.
Yeah.
Going through the roof.
Do they have to put eggs in the truck to make it go? Is that the problem?
No.
Oh.
I'm just saying you do have several egg dishes at Starbucks that need to be delivered.
I mean, I could have gone 2 ventis. I don't know. I just told her, I can't leave here until I have a
proper
Trenta.
30 ounces
Yeah.
of coffee.
I have
Something
to have
larger than...
a Trenta amount of coffee.
I like this. It's kind of like a coffee appetizer.
Yeah.
I have that first, and then I have the other one.
I imagine you have plenty of Trenta cups around the house, too. You can just dump one out and fill back up.
I absolutely do.
Yeah.
I absolutely do.
But won't.
No, I'll be fine. I'll be fine here.
So I'm
Thank you.
sorry it's split up, but you still have the amount that's needed.
No reason to be sorry, Gio. You provided 30 ounces of coffee like expected.
Yeah, I feel
Thank
like
you.
I checked the boxes.
Thank you very much.
Did you get a coffee this morning?
I did.
He's back, baby.
yeah.
He's back.
He's back.
Yeah.
Still black, though.
Still black.
All right.
Since I like it.
Stay black.
Yeah, I can't do the black color. It just looks like dirty dishwater to me.
I mean, it's the same thing you have. It's,
I know. It's psychological.
Yeah.
The difference between when you come in, you go, it's dark, and then it's light. It tastes pretty much the same.
I feel like the heavy cream can't be good for you.
Well, it's not unless you're doing a diet that has no carbohydrates. That is
Right.
why I'm drinking the heavy cream.
In
'cause there's
general,
no
though, I don't
carbs.
think good cups of cream are good for people.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're
Yeah.
probably right. So, anyway, question for all of you, Carmen, how are you feeling?
I'm okay.
Galvin, how are you feeling?
Good.
Joe,
Yes.
oh, you feeling all right?
Yeah, feeling good.
It's interesting
Feeling all right.
because none of you made it to the all staff meeting yesterday.
Oh, none of us did.
Yeah,
How do you
Really?
know?
because I went to the all staff meeting.
Yeah, no. I was there. You weren't there. Don't even try and pretend like you were there.
Nice try though, buddy.
Yeah.
I was there, and
Did you not stay for the picture? Or
I am in the picture. Look at the picture.
did you take the picture?
I did not take the picture. I am in it. I am at the far right of the picture.
I saw the picture. Michael is in it.
Thank you, Joe.
Oh.
Nice try, Galvin.
Nice try, Mike.
Why didn't you guys go to the all staff meeting?
Because
Carmen, especially.
Stop it. With the
Especially
all-staff
what?
meeting.
Yeah, I'm here all the time. Why do I need to be here longer? I've been coming in early to work on best stuff for spring break, and now you want me to stay later for lunch? I had stuff. I couldn't stay.
Did you clear that with anybody?
Yes, I did.
You did?
Yes.
It's interesting because I got asked about it.
No, you didn't.
Why am I?
Because you're a
assuming
liar.
why-
You're a
liar.
bad
You're a
liar.
known liar.
Yeah, you're a bad liar. Get over it.
And can you point out where you are in this picture?
yeah.
On the far right.
Far right. Nope. I see JoJo. I see
There's 2 pictures.
Ethan.
There's 2 pictures. There's
One
the group
doesn't
shot.
have you in it.
No, I'm in both of them. I'm just telling you, there's 2 pictures. I'm in the far right. If you look at it, I'm wearing a black T-shirt and jeans. If you pinch it open,
Yeah, no, I'm doing it.
it's interesting. Why can't everybody else see it, but you can't?
Nobody can see it.
Joe just said he saw it
did
yesterday.
Joe
Joe
disagrees with you.
Yeah.
70s
That's not true.
tinted glasses, 90 years old, said he saw it.
Job
Joe,
relies
wanna-
on you.
You want to come over here and point it out?
Yeah.
Point it out,
Who are
Joe.
you standing next to?
I don't recall. I don't remember. I just got in the picture at the last second.
Ooh.
That's why I'm already at the far right.
Last second.
Anybody's else ear just go out?
No.
Whoa.
You having a stroke?
Oh, no.
Maybe. trying to look too close at this picture.
Oh, no.
They make it so you could pinch it open. You don't have to stare at it. What do you got? What do you
I
see?
mean, do you really think that I'm not sitting here pinching it open? I'm taking screenshots of it, and it's showing not you.
I
Well,
mean,
take a look at this. Take a look.
Can
at
I
this.
see the picture? That
Yeah,
you're looking
yeah.
at?
I screenshot the right side, and you're nowhere to be found.
wait.
Yes, Joe.
I found you.
Thank you.
It looks kind of like AI though. You have 6 fingers. Do you
No,
always have 6
I
fingers?
do not have 6 fingers in the picture or in real life.
It does look like AI.
If you guys are there, you could be able to ask me questions about the meeting that I'd be able to tell you about.
I'm looking at the picture. Is it Jason's? Or
This is Jason celebrating the GOAT Melanie Martin.
yeah, I don't see.
I see.
Celebrating the GOAT Melanie Martin, who won her 13th President's Circle Award yesterday, 13th in a row, and has sold over $100 million of advertising in her time there. I learned that at the meeting that I was at.
I see
You
Ann
guys
Kelly.
weren't.
I see Evan.
Guess who else was there, Carmen?
JoJo.
Yeah, I don't see you either.
Guess who else was there, Carmen?
Who?
Sam's 4-week-old baby.
Oh.
Oh, he was beautiful.
Oh, he doesn't work here.
He does not work here.
So
He was an all-staff meeting, so he was
That's not part
required. Sam, with a 4-week-old baby, showed up to the meeting.
Can you show me where you are in this
Yeah.
picture? Does anybody see Mike in the picture?
Gio
No.
has it
No.
right there.
It's
Yeah.
on Melanie Martin's Instagram.
Okay, I'll go to that then.
I don't have the
I'm
picture,
sending it.
or I would show it to you.
It does look AI.
It is not AI.
I just say it looks AI.
You're not in Jason's. I can tell you that.
Yeah, that's for sure. So let me see
Jason
this
took
one.
a picture with
Okay.
Melanie.
So, okay. Come on, get out of here. Get out of here.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that that's post. Get out of here.
I don't believe this. Who can you go ask, Carmen? Who can you bring in the studio?
Get out of here.
What, I still don't.
Cernak's right there, so maybe Cernak. I
Okay,
don't
hold on. Yeah.
know. I see Cernak. I see.
Carmen.
So Jason put up a picture and cropped you out of it.
I don't know. I didn't see Jason's pictures.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying is you're not in Jason's picture, and then in that one,
Gio, what
you're
pic?
on a black background.
Gio, where did you get that picture?
This is from Jason Meter, and it's on Facebook.
Oh,
on
okay.
Facebook. Okay, 'cause I
Yeah.
was looking on Instagram.
All right, hold on. Let me look.
And Mike is completely off in the distance. Looks very fake.
I'm in the far right of the picture because I walked into it at the last minute.
Why were you doing last minute?
Because I was in the hallway and they would go, come in here, we're taking a picture. So I went back in there and the group was already on stage and I leaned into the picture.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Where is hold on, Jason? I'm right there.
I just sent the picture.
I got JoJo to my immediate right and Ann Kelly to my immediate right.
You're right next to Donald Trump sucking on Elon's toes.
Oh my God. You think I went through AI technology to put me in this picture?
Are you going to pretend AI is very difficult nowadays?
I don't know how to do I gotta be honest, I don't know how to do that.
You made yourself a bird one time. What are you talking about? AI is difficult. You've already outed yourself.
Yeah, but I don't know how to I can make me look like a bird, but I can't say put me in a picture with a bunch of people that I know.
So I will say we do have a guest in studio who I do know was at the meeting for sure,
Who's
without
that?
a doubt.
Who's that?
Chris Fisher.
Oh. Okay.
Did you say anything funny?
I won't say a word. You can ask Fisher whatever you want.
Fisher,
Yes.
was Mike Calta at the lunch yesterday for the whole thing?
Yes. And of course, I tried to say something funny. I can't help it.
He did. He did. I can tell you right now what Fisher was wearing. He had a sweater with a collared shirt underneath it.
Well, I could have guessed.
Yeah, I'm looking
And-
at the
yeah.
picture right now.
And I can tell you what Mike was wearing. He was wearing jeans with a black T-shirt.
Yeah, see? How do you like that?
Well,
And I
was
told him,
fooled,
I
Michael.
walked up to him and I said, "Hey, man, I heard you talking last week about how your wife's on you about dressing like a homeless man."
Yes.
And I go, "I got an idea. How about, athleisure wear with tactical gear on top?"
He did say that. That's exactly what he
Because then
said.
you'll be like a superhero walking around Tampa Bay.
Now tell about this, Fish. The opening of the meeting. Explain to Galvin what he missed in the opening of the meeting.
Are you talking about Scotty the Body?
Yes.
Okay, well, you
Jesus
missed.
Christ. I can tell you what he did.
What did he do?
He did the birthdays.
No,
and he did the
no, no,
birthday
no,
song.
no,
And then
no.
he smiled with his mouth open, and then he said something that wasn't funny.
Little song and dance.
Yeah.
That was part B. That was Act 2. You missed Act 1.
Hmm.
Act 1. Tell him what Act 1 was, Fish.
Act 1, are you talking about when they made up the song? When you made up the song with Paxson?
It wasn't a song. It was a rap. It was
A rap,
two
yeah.
white
Oh,
people
really?
rapping.
A rap. Oh,
Yeah,
clever.
Yeah, she was the one rapping.
I was at the back of the room with the guys from Vibe, and I said, on behalf of white people, I apologize for this. This is ridiculous. Well, thank you, Fisher, for verifying the fact that I was there at the meeting and stayed for the whole meeting. And I was the only one from the Mike Calta Show that went to the all-staff meeting.
Yes,
Thank
I can
you.
confirm that.
Appreciate you.
My pleasure.
All right.
I don't know whether they call it an all-staff meeting. I think they call it a lunch if you want to show up.
Staff lunch.
Yeah.
It's all staff.
Did they have lunch?
They did, and they had Chinese food, and it was pretty
No,
excellent looking.
that's against my religion. I
Well,
can't have that.
Listen to me. I don't know what religion that is, but very disappointing
I don't know how you didn't see me there.
because you weren't there.
I mean, if you look at the picture,
Mm-hmm.
I am standing right next to you.
Next to me.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
I'm tall, so you may not have seen me, but
Oh, I see you.
hang on real quick. I can send you a screenshot of it.
Please do,
Yeah.
because I didn't recall seeing you yesterday at all.
Oh, it's right here. Here it is. My favorite day. Okay, there it is. Got it.
I see the picture of me.
Mm-hmm. And then right next to you, there I am.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, see it?
Oh, yeah. See?
Hmm.
Why are you wearing your Super Bowl media pass?
Yeah.
To show it off? To
Yeah,
kinda
I
like,
was telling because we were going to do a thing about a recap, and then we just
Yeah.
ran out of time because Scotty's rap went too long.
Yeah, it's a great conversation starter sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you went to the Super Bowl?
I did. I
Yeah.
did. Yes, thank
That's
you.
cool.
Yeah.
Was that fun?
It was fun. We
That's
worked
awesome.
and did a lot of good
Yeah.
stuff.
Here's your
Everything.
bobblehead.
Nobody rapped.
I will tell you that Fisher was right. It was really more. What's her name? Paxton. She did the rap, and
I don't know
Scotty
who that is. Who
danced.
is that?
One of the other girls.
Mm.
And Scotty danced up on there, and he was wearing his big man on cul-de-sac outfit. He had a plaid shirt on with shorts and a.
You just
Bud Light.
explained why I wasn't there. You just explained why I wasn't there. I don't need that in my life. I don't need that. That's not going to make me better employee. It's going to make me a worse employee.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah.
It hurt me a little bit yesterday.
Yeah. I've been to him, and I went to him consistently.
Mm-hmm.
And then just one day I got up and I told John Brennan as I walked out to the elevator, I said, I can't do this anymore. And walked out and never went back.
Now I got to turn my back on you.
Yeah. I tried.
Yeah.
And 100%, anytime Jason and John say, hey, can you come to this? I go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if it's a, hey, we're having a lunch and Scotty's going to get up and rap, I'm like, all right, I have other stuff to do.
I did get questioned by why you guys weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
By
I
who?
did. By Jason.
Did you
Oh.
point at Scotty?
No, I did not. I did not
His
blame
tight-
anybody in particular.
His tight jean jorts.
Yeah, I just said I don't know. I don't know what the plan. We all got the email, and RSVP'd. You probably said you were not going. I said that I was going.
I do get a lot of phishing scams on my email.
Yeah.
Oh,
True.
I don't
believe it.
I
They
don't
did
open.
talk about that at the meeting yesterday and the proper procedures.
I don't know what to click on. I just assume if there's anything of importance, John Brennan will text me directly.
Yeah.
What do you do if you get a call from the help desk?
I don't answer it.
Throw your phone in the water.
That was
Burn
the right
it.
answer.
Yeah.
Throw your phone in the water.
I answer to no one.
Yeah. Well, okay, good. You guys are all set then.
I've
You-
actually swallowed 5 iPhones already.
Yeah. Yeah. They're making them bigger now.
Yeah.
So, Carmen,
Yes.
you missed out on a lot. Had
I'm
to do
good.
with you. All right.
No, I didn't.
I'll usually catch up on the Zoom recap.
Yeah.
All right. Just checking.
Did you take notes for us to go over?
I did not.
If you're
It
going,
actually, it's funny because the meeting fell on my mental health day. So
Oh,
oh yeah.
gotcha. So you should be fresh today.
I'm fresh. Look at how fresh I am. Ready to go. I'm
I
ready.
was-
I'm ready to do my rap.
If you went to represent the show, you should have took some notes for us.
I didn't go to represent the show. I assumed you would all be there.
Oh,
It was an all-staff meeting.
You know what assuming does.
Uh-huh. Listen, I got to tell you. I was there till 2:30 yesterday.
wow.
Sounds awful.
I'm not going to say either way. It was informative and
Oh.
nice to see everybody.
It reminds me when Joe spent a week staying at the station till 6 o'clock trying to make sure the Super Bowl would go off without a hitch.
It worked, Joe.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michael.
You put the time in, and you had the payoff.
Yep.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I enjoyed seeing that baby. I'll tell you that. That baby was adorable. Little 4 weeks. Look at Tito Ortiz on Fox News. Just got Brian Kilmeade upside down. What is that guy doing these
I
days?
don't know, but I wouldn't let him.
I don't think he's with.
Oh, that's from way back. That's from
Oh, is it?
2008. Yeah.
He owned some sort of restaurant or something in South Florida. People are constantly emailing me about it. You should go to Tito's restaurant.
Wasn't he running for office, like city congressman or something?
I don't know.
Dude, there is a super clip of him not knowing how to say things.
Oh, I saw it. Was great.
It's so funny because Dana White goes, Tito Ortiz is the dumbest person in the world, whatever.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to Tito. Listen, if you fool me once, you're going to get punched in the face then.
Yeah.
You know, like he
He's
has
like,
no idea.
50% of it is 3/4.
Yeah.
It's just it's a string of him just saying. a
Yogi
bunch of
Berra
stupid
says it
things.
is funny.
Yeah.
He says that he's actually trying to say it and he can't figure it out.
Didn't he was married to Jenna Jameson for a minute. I don't know if they're still together.
For a while he was. Yeah, I don't think they are
I think
anymore.
they even had kids.
Yeah.
So I asked him when we had him on the show. I said, when husband and wives are together, sometimes to spice things up, they'll watch porn together. Carmen, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
And I said, do you and Jenna Jameson ever watch Jenna Jameson porn together? And he got very mad. He was like, no, why would we do that?
That would be weird.
Of course it would be weird. I was just trying to see what he would say. Or he could have been
but
like,
there's
yeah, I love
plenty
to
of guys
watch.
that like to watch their wives with somebody else, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, that's another one that I'm so far removed from that I
No,
don't quite
yeah.
understand that. I mean, there are guys who like to think about it and guys who like to watch it. I don't like either. Both of those things set a fire in my belly and make me want to kill everybody.
I like to watch other guys' wives with somebody else.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
You know?
Other guy. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's
That
fine.
works.
That's
That
fine.
works, yeah.
By the way, Tito and Jenna Jameson were married from 2006 to 2013.
Oh,
So 7
that's a
years.
pretty good run.
Not
7
bad.
years, yeah. He's been married 3 times, it looks like.
Kids? Do they have a kid?
They have there's 3 children. I don't know if they're with Jenna or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the last time I read an article about Tito Ortiz, he was running for some public office. Or
Is he white?
Tito Ortiz?
Yeah, like is he all white? Like I mean, is he not black at all?
No, I don't believe he's black. I believe he's Hispanic.
Because I want to say something, but he's got a big monkey head. He looks like he's a straight descendant of the Neanderthal man.
Yeah.
He really does.
he was good for a minute, man.
Oh, yeah.
He was good. He was a good guest.
Yeah.
He was part of that crew that had a wrestling background and were tough and this, that. But then mixed martial arts became what it is today, where it's like so much technique and everybody knows everything. Everybody's been doing it since they were 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was like, oh, after doing some wrestling, I can punch you in the face, and do that. And, I'm tough. But now it's unbelievable.
It was all guys that had converted over to mixed
Exactly.
martial arts, where now they started training mixed martial arts from the jump.
Right,
Yeah.
because it used to be this guy is a striker, this guy is. Well, I mean, there's still people that excel at certain things, whatever. But yeah, there was guys that literally were he was a wrestler and they taught him how to punch people.
Yeah.
This guy was a puncher and they taught him how to kind of tackle some people. Yeah.
We got a lot of things to get to on the show today. We've got the Epstein files have been released.
Oh boy.
Gene Hackman's still dead.
Yeah.
Nobody knows how.
Getting weird.
It's there's some different stuff.
Oh yeah,
some
we
more
got scenarios.
information.
Yep, we got things to get to with that.
By the way, our buddy Amanda Jordan texted me the other day, and she goes, "Oh my God, weren't you guys just talking about Gene Hackman from yesterday?" And she goes, "Weren't you just talking about Gene Hackman?" And then sent me the thing that he was dead, and I go, "Yes, because." And then pointed up at the article. I go, "That's why we were talking." And she listened to the replay, and she was like, "I feel like such an idiot."
They're saying now that they think he was dead for a while.
For a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, mummified.
Mummified are the words they're using. Yeah.
And they're saying no gas leak.
Well,
So
no. They're
Yeah.
saying that they investigated, but the thing I thought about, Carmen, is there wasn't a leak at that time, but what if it all leaked out?
And dissipated.
Yeah.
Right, and then dissipated and stuff. And the other interesting thing is, and we'll get all into it and stuff and everything, is about the dog. The dog died. How'd the dog die? Well, the dog was in the crate. There were 2 other dogs that were alive.
Yeah.
I think that is the answer right there.
The
We'll
one
get
was,
we'll get into it
yeah.
during news.
Yeah.
Carmen,
Yes.
do we have tickets to give away for Universal Studios?
We do not.
We don't.
No,
Oh,
we gave
sorry.
those away.
I was going to try and be a nice guy.
Yeah. No,
I-
you were already nice and you already gave those to people.
I heard a woman called Drew's show yesterday,
Mm.
and Drew was so mean to her.
Oh.
He kept her on the phone for like 5 minutes, and all she wanted was tickets to go see Universal.
Yeah.
And he said, well, tell me somebody, what is my name? And she's like, I don't know. And they're like, tell me somebody on the show. And she's like, I don't know. And then like, she's like, I was listening this morning, and they were playing Sporcle on the Mike Calta Show, and I go, I'll give her the tickets. That's all she needs to know.
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
Give her the tickets.
She knows the important parts.
I mean, she really didn't know. Drew kind of fed her the line, but still, once she said my name, she was right there on it. So.
That's
Maybe
it.
she saw you at the all staff meeting.
Doubtful.
It would have been nice to see somebody that I knew there.
Mm.
All right, let's take a break. No, you don't. When we say you have news, we're jumping the gun.
By the way, real quick, Mike went to the all staff meeting.
I've been to all of them.
One on
I've been to
No,
all.
No,
of them.
you have not.
I've
No,
been
you
to all
You
of them.
haven't.
have not.
That's
I've been
a
to
lie.
at least 3 that you have not been at.
That's not true. That's
Okay.
not true.
All right, Carmen.
100%.
Yeah. Thank you.
100% false.
All right.
The most important one, when I got MVP.
Yeah,
You were not
I
there.
was there. I
I
was
couldn't
there.
make that one.
Exactly. So you can't say you've been to all of them and you go to all of them and have never missed one.
Carmen, you got MVP like 2 years ago.
You weren't there.
Yeah, but it was like 2 years ago.
It still hurts.
You weren't
Still
there.
Hurts. Still hurts that you,
You
weren't
weren't
there.
there.
She looked
That's
around.
all.
She was gonna jump into your arms.
Yeah.
She had to
You're gonna
jump
take a
into
picture?
Scotty's arms.
Oh.
Yeah. I had a bobblehead and
Yeah.
everything.
Like,
Nope.
Mike, would you like to say some words about Carmen?
Right.
Yeah.
Just silence.
Just silence, and everyone just said, and then we all just walked out.
Yeah.
Yep.
No
It
picture.
was weird.
Guess who won the MVP yesterday?
Oh, we know.
Who?
I know. John Setting.
It's true.
Yeah.
Come on.
They didn't announce it at the meeting.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. Sporcle is next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Of course, we'll do news at 7 o'clock. Right now, we got some stuff to give away. Carmen, what is that stuff we're giving away for Sporcle?
Okay, so we do have a lot of stuff.
All right.
We have tickets.
I mean, I listened to Drew. Drew had a lot of stuff yesterday.
okay.
Seems like we got like garbage. But go ahead.
really?
Wait a minute.
Compared to what Drew had?
He has so much stuff. He's not even giving ladies universal passes.
Right. Right.
So we have tickets for tonight, the Grand Prix. It's
Okay.
a 4-pack. So
4-pack for tonight, and then tomorrow night we'll be out there with our band Pitbull Toddler. We go on stage at 6:30 tomorrow.
Mhm, yeah.
The stage is located between the Mahaffey Theater and the Dolly Museum. If you're going to the race and you want to come see us, 6:30 tomorrow down there in downtown St. Pete. Okay, go ahead, Carmen. What else?
and then we also have tickets for Leonard Skinnard.
Okay, that's at the Strawberry Festival.
Yep. John Fogerty.
Also at the Strawberry Festival.
Yes. Sting and Shaggy.
We will be playing some Fogerty tomorrow night.
That's true.
Yes. Sting and Shaggy are at Reggae Rise Up.
Correct.
Okay.
Foreigner.
Foreigner is at the Sound.
Foreigner is at the Sound with 38 Special.
There you go.
And that is St. Patty's Day weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then we also have tickets for Valspar Championship.
and that's golf.
Yes.
A lot of people
But
love
it's
it,
a
man.
lot of
Oh, I
fun.
know.
A lot of people love it, man.
John Brennan will just go watch them play golf.
Listen to me. If you're going to go out there and watch them play golf, a couple things you definitely should do. Make sure you have some sunscreen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Know which hole your player is at. Like, go to the different ones. And then this is funny. When they hit the ball, yell, "Get in the hole!"
Yeah.
Yeah, Baba Booey.
Oh, yeah, get in the hole though, right?
Mm.
Like, oh, Jesus Christ.
When do I yell for?
When do I
Four.
bring the D in the fence?
Mm.
When do I do that? Jesus Christ.
Oh.
I'm telling you right now, if you've ever yelled "Get in the hole" at a golf tournament, chop your head off, please. For the love of God.
I've
bit
yelled
extreme.
get in the hole, but it was not at a golf
Yes.
tournament.
Hey.
I think your wife's yelled at me.
All right, let's give that stuff away right now with a little bit of Sporcle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporcle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Galvin is on a 2-win streak. Is that correct?
Oh,
That is correct.
I was not aware of that.
Carmen, what are we playing today?
All right. Today, we're going to be doing some palindromes.
Oh.
Can you name the words below, or can you name the words that are palindromes?
Just so Gio knows what it is, explain what a palindrome is.
Would you guys all like me to explain it?
No, just me.
Just you.
These guys.
Just-
These guys
okay.
know for
We
sure.
know. We
Yeah.
were talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it at the meeting yesterday.
Just if you could inform the idiot,
Oh, yeah, I got you.
I'll appreciate that.
So it is spelled the same forward and
And backward.
backwards.
Got it.
Yes, that is a palindrome. Okay.
Got it.
Everyone ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Corporal Walter Eugene O'Reilly. Mike Calta. Parent, feminine.
Mom.
Galvin. Portable boat styled like an Eskimo canoe.
Kayak.
Yes, Galvin. Having a flat or even surface. Having a flat or even surface.
Level.
Mike. To send or direct for treatment aid, information, or decision. To send or direct for treatment aid, information, or decision.
Don't know.
Yeah, that was a good one. Refer.
Okay.
Parent, masculine.
Dad.
Yes, Pap.
Mike Calta
Nope, that was Gio.
Yeah.
and Gio.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not surprised.
In-
I don't
integrity.
You have integrity.
even let it bother me.
Your next one. Fast-moving vehicle.
Car. Nope. That's stupid.
Race car.
Race car. Mike. Signed document containing some legal transfer, bargain, or contract. Yes, Mike. And Pap, we're halfway there.
Gio has a single point on the board. Galvin has 2, and Michael is your leader right now. He's winning with 4.
Okay, we're doing palindromes. Your next one. Of or pertaining to a city. Of or pertaining to a city. Civic. A principle, belief, or doctrine generally held to be true. A principle, belief, or doctrine generally held to be true. Tenet. A female sheep.
You.
Galvin.
How do you spell that?
He called you a sheep?
EWE.
Yes,
You.
correct.
You.
Cloth or plastic shield tied under the chin to protect
Bib.
the clothes. Galvin. A bomb or missile that fails to explode.
Dud.
Geo. The 2 major forms of individuals that occur in many species.
To what?
The 2 major forms of individuals that occur in many species.
Male, female.
I don't know.
You're on the right track. Sexes.
Male, female works though,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
I don't think so.
no, it doesn't.
I don't think All right. Your next one. The plural of a performance as a dance by one person.
Solos.
Ooh.
Galvin. 3-letter body part. No
I.
slang. Galvin and Pap, we're on the last 3.
Gio has 2 points on the board. Michael doubling that with 4, and Galvin is your leader right now. He's winning with 6.
Ooh. Ooh.
Right? We're doing palindromes. We are on the last 3. Here we go. An exclamation of surprise.
Wow.
Galvin.
Wow.
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 Woman in charge of a house of prostitution.
Madam.
Galvin. And your last one. That which turns around an axis. That which turns around an axis. Rotator.
Yeah.
Your final score, Gio with 2 points, Michael with 4, and Galvin is your triumphant champion today. He won with 8.
Kachaya! Woo, 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 woo! Trademark 2020.
Congratulations, Calvin.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was a good comeback.
Yes.
What line are you playing for?
I'll go with line 5, please.
Good morning. Who's this?
Is Lee?
Who?
Lee.
Lee.
Lee. How you doing, Lee?
Doing good.
All
Right
right.
on. Can't believe I won.
You are the winner. I'm going to put you on hold. Carmen will grab me during the break, and we'll hook you up with the prize. Okay, sir?
Thank you.
Good job. Thank you. There you go. He's on line 5.
Very nice.
All right, Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Well, before we get to news, my
you
friend,
got me on that one.
I would like to, inspired by a wonderful performance yesterday at the all-staff meeting, you guys to rap about how Mike is a liar. Just a couple lines each is fine. Freestyle it. If one of you wants to beatbox while the other one does, and then
That'd be too confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here, Joe and I will give you a little.
No, I don't need to. I don't need that'll throw me off. completely.
Yeah.
Because it's on time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just give me a second.
All
Put
right.
together some material.
Oh man, Drew makes it sound so easy.
Would you like to phone a friend?
Yeah.
Robin Hood was a thief and Tuck was a friar. Mike Calta is an optimistic liar.
Oh, all right.
Hey.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Top that.
Oh, rap battle.
Yeah. Mike is a crier and he's a liar, and he likes to eat stuff made in the fryer.
All right, I'll take it.
I'll work on it.
All those things true.
Yeah.
I like that.
It was just more of like I
I
think
mean,
haiku.
your presentation wasn't as good, but
My brain is just trying to,
I'd love to eat some fried food right now.
Yeah. Drew makes it look so easy.
Carmen, I sent Carmen a thing. Carmen, did we talk about that? Did you see the thing I sent to your Instagram?
I don't think so.
What did we talk about dill pickles before? People
Love
doing-
them.
yeah, but doing something with them.
We just talked about pickles.
Right. Yes.
They're putting ranch seasoning and like hot sauce. They're putting like seasoning in the pickle jar
Okay.
and basically making seasoned pickles.
Yeah, so I saw a thing where they took a taco pack, like you
Yeah.
put it in with the meat, and they put it in the pickles. I didn't know whether we had talked about that before or whether it was something different. But yeah, that's
I did see that.
That sounds
Galvin.
good,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Taco
Yeah.
pickles?
Yeah, taco pickles.
All right.
I love pickles.
Great name for a band. Taco
Not to be
Pickles.
confused with Carmen Taco Pits.
No.
Yeah,
Correct.
Yeah,
Taco
definitely.
pickles. Completely.
We have so many names for Carmen.
Ham hands.
What do we have coming up in news, Calvin?
Beef hands.
Beef hands.
I like ham hands better.
Coming up in news today, who, what, why, fun with boyfriends, and next stop, coach.
Ooh, I know what that means. All right, Galvin, as your news, we'll take a quick break and we'll jump right into that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Got a little surprise coming next week.
Yeah, what's that?
A little new Calta deal that they have.
Oh,
every once in a while
nice.
they do those Calta deals at Chart Coast. This one's good. This one made me bring me back into the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember last week when I quit guns?
Mhm.
I may need one more.
Maybe some sort of Celta caliber. Oh,
I like that.
I like
I like
that.
that.
Yeah,
This
right.
one is the right caliber.
Mhm.
I'll tell you that. Brings power.
Oh,
Brings destruction.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll tell you about it next
Does it have a 3 in it,
week.
or a 5, or a 7?
No.
Does it have a-
Certainly not together.
There's a 6 in it.
There's a 12 in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Does it bring the boom? How many booms would you give it? Boom.
Oh, it would be
boom,
great.
boom.
I'd love to shoot that kid in the ass.
Oh, come
in
on.
the ass. I don't want to kill him.
No.
I just want to hear him go, chicken bang.
Oh, you were such a fan early on.
No, I was not. I was not.
Oh,
I
you
was
totally
completely
were.
annoyed by them. No,
I
I
learned about the-
couldn't stop that song.
I
couldn't.
learned from you.
I learned it from you, Dad.
Yeah, you loved them.
I did not love them. It was stuck in my head. They were all over social media.
All right.
We discussed
Carmen.
it at the all staff meeting.
Carmen, did Mike love the Here Comes the Boom or We Bring the Boom,
Yeah.
guys?
Yes.
Gio, did he love him?
Yes,
Joe?
Gio, you're gonna say that I love them?
you were a fan.
A fan, like what would like I was like, hey, check out
You were
these guys.
talking
They're
about
really
him
good.
and you were
Yes,
excited about
the
it.
same
and
way I
you-
did about AIDS when it first came out. It was
No,
topical.
You weren't excited about it.
No, I was not excited
You were
about
like,
those guys.
I can't
Oh,
get
yeah.
enough of the Bring the Boom, and you'd play the song, and we're like, oh yeah. And then I was like, yeah, I like
I
it too.
did say I could not get enough of the song.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
And then you said you wanted to be them.
No, I did not ever want to be them.
Yeah. You said that. You said that. I remember.
But then you turned because I was going to get him on the show, and then you're like, no, I don't want to talk to him now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to be them, Galvin, but I did try to get Joey and I to do a
yeah.
father and son.
I remember
Bring
you
the
guys
movie
went to Sam's Club and we were trying to find something
Try
to
to-
eat there instead of
yeah,
Costco.
Yeah,
Double chunk chocolate cookie.
yeah. No, god damn it,
You like it.
I do not like
He
it.
likes it.
You loved it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
They're so successful now.
That's what we do.
The mother and daughter are what really ruined it for me.
Yeah, they
You hate women.
I hate those two.
Mama Justice?
Is that her name?
You know.
Yeah, don't play coy.
You know.
I thought she was like Boom Mama.
No.
Mama Boom.
You know it's Mama Justice.
What's the sister's name?
You know.
I don't know. You don't know.
I do know.
Yeah, Carmen, explain it to Gio what the sister's name is.
I have no idea. I do not follow these people.
Yeah.
You're the only reason why I know anything about them.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Mama Justice,
Yeah.
And Sister Sloppy.
I don't know.
AJ, Big Justice,
Yeah.
and Ashley.
Oh, is it really?
Oh.
You're so dumb.
He does
She was doing the dance over here.
I learned it from you.
Yeah. Now listen.
I was introduced to the Costco guys from this show. The Mike
That
Calta
might be
Show.
true. That might be true. All right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Nealon will be here in the 9 o'clock hour. Right now, it's time to check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
I feel really nauseous today.
Yeah.
Same.
I wonder if it's the coffee.
I don't know. Because I was just texting my wife that I'm not feeling well at all.
You're just paranoid because you went to the doctor yesterday.
Yeah, but it's just a test. It was no
I
big
know,
deal.
but you being there made you feel like start thinking about all the things that could be wrong with you.
No.
No?
No, I don't get too stressed out at the doctors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I immediately, when I walk in the doctor's office, my blood pressure skyrockets. And I don't know why, because I'm not afraid of anything. Like, you give me needles, I don't care about needles. Take my blood, I don't care about that. None of that stuff ever bothers me. But for some reason, the minute I walk into the skyrockets.
The one, I think it's MRI where they put you in the tube.
Yeah,
That I did not
there's
like.
there's none of that.
I hate that,
I
but
don't like
yesterday
that.
was not that. So
You have white coat syndrome, Mike.
That's what they say. I have
Yeah.
white coat syndrome.
Yeah.
But usually that's like I don't like the dentist because the dentist used to hurt my mouth when I was a kid. So
Yeah.
when I go to I don't have any bad experience at the doctor's office. And I like when they take my blood, I watch them do it. If I have to get a shot, I get a shot. Like none of those things bother me. So I don't really know what my paranoia is all about. Maybe it's just I'm afraid that my blood pressure is going to be really high, and therefore I create it to be high. So do you know what my cardiologist said to me? I went for that test where
Oof, wowza.
No, he did not
no,
get.
no,
That was
they-
what he told Gio.
that's what they said to me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. He went in there and looked at my, they go inside and they look at your heart and they see
Yeah.
if there's any blockages. And he came out and he's like, no, you don't have any blockages. And then like a month later, I went back to him and he said, we just did that test, but you might have some blockages. And I go, we just did it a month ago. I go, how? He said that sometimes when you have high stress, that'll cause a blockage more than you eating bad.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, well, I'm not stressed out, but he knew that my mom passed away and he thought that might have given me a certain amount of stress.
Yeah, I've been told even when I don't feel stress, you could still be under stress.
Really?
Yeah.
You internalize.
Like I'm thinking I'm less stressed now than I was 6 months ago. How could I be worse? And
Right.
they say, it accumulates.
It's interesting. I feel like I'm not stressed either, but yet,
I thought the stress thing was all BS, but the more I talk to doctors, it's not.
yeah.
It can be a big contributing factor to a lot of things.
That's why I always say don't hold it in. Just yell at people and do
Yeah.
it.
Get it out.
Yeah.
Stress reliever.
No problem.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's top story, truth bomb alert.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
The Trump administration has released government documents related to the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, and the rollout has received criticism from both ends of the political spectrum, with one Democratic lawmaker calling it a debacle. The first batch of documents published on the Department of Justice's website on Thursday consisted largely of files that have been circulating in the public domain for years. The documents did not include any major revelations about the case. On Wednesday, Attorney General Pam Bondi had teased the release of the documents in the Fox News interview, saying it would include a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, and a lot of information. But it seems like it's everything we've already seen.
Yeah. So where is that information?
It's online.
Yeah.
You can find all this stuff.
The flight logs and all that other
All that stuff
Yeah,
has
that's been out
for
there.
years.
Yeah, but I need it to be categorized, and I need to know why Oprah flew to the island. I need to know why Ellen was on the island. I need to know, were they there for while Jeffrey Epstein was there, or was he renting the island out? I need to know those details.
There are websites that have it all broken down. You can type in the names, you can type in the dates. It'll tell you exactly who was there, when. This has all been out there. It was completely a total stunt.
Yes, I agree, but also they did what they said they were going to do. You want us to release the files? Here you go.
They released what was already out there, and did you see how they released it? I don't know if you're going to get into that.
What?
So they had like social influencers come out of the White House, hold up binders, and they say, "These are the Epstein files. We have them." Not a press conference, not a news conference. Not.
I did see that people were leaving with binders.
They had like these conservative social media, influencers come in. Because
but didn't somebody think this through? They're gonna be like, what happens tomorrow when there's nothing in there?
I mean, when you've got Republicans that are attacking Pam Bondi and saying how embarrassing this was and what a joke. Like Anna Polina Luna was saying, this is complete garbage. This is not what we wanted. It was completely 100% a PR stunt because the White House is trying to pivot to allow like new media, what they're calling, influencers, which is not, I don't think is a totally bad thing.
Right.
But this was their way, it's clout chasing. So you had all these influencers standing out in the White House holding the Epstein binder that had nothing in it but old stuff. It was a total just clown show.
But nobody ever thinks this through. Like it's gonna be a dud. Like you're gonna it's like trying to tell a girl you're gonna bang the hell out of her.
Yeah, but if it's a bad idea, and whoever came up with the bad idea is in charge, and everybody else is on board, and they're like, yeah, no, it sounds great. Like nobody's gonna go, are you sure? Because that sounds dumb. Fired. You know what I mean?
Somebody has to be the one to go, hey, just a heads up. What happens when nothing is in it?
Yeah, and Pam Bondi was on Fox News the day before saying, these are just horrible allegations, and this is a smoking gun, and she was really hyping it up, and it was a giant PR photo op for a lot of these conservative influencers that they're trying to get into the press pool and stuff like that. Because
so are we done now? Did they go through everything? Like there's not going to be anything where they find later on we're going to go, whoa, hold on a second.
Like, are they investigating? That's the thing. That's what you want. Are they investigating, or is there going to be stuff come out where we know this person went there and had sex with
that's
underage
what I want
kid,
to know.
and they're an A-list movie star or something. That's what you're looking for. I don't know whether that's going to happen.
If that stuff existed, there'd be indictments. They'd be going after these people.
Yeah.
But I would imagine that there's some trail somewhere with that stuff.
A lot
the same way that they claim to have all these trails with Diddy, where they know who was there at the parties, and now the names of with the underage kids are coming out.
It's a great polarizing, MacGuffin type thing where I think it was designed to try and legitimize some of these social media commentators and some of these people that are on Instagram and stuff. And they're like all smiling and laughing, holding the books outside. I'm like, this is like one of the largest pedophile rings in the history of the world.
Yeah.
With Pam Bondi said over 250 victims that were children and stuff. And they're all laughing and smiling with their posing with their binders.
Yeah, because it's a
but that's
happy
how you
moment.
get attention.
But it's also a happy moment that finally the government did the right thing and released the files. But
they didn't. It was all old stuff.
Yeah,
but also, you saying, "Isn't there anybody there?" We've said that a million times about a million different things. We're like, nobody in a meeting was like, "Hey guys, that's a terrible idea," because I guess nobody does.
Both sides are attacking Pam Bondi now, saying, "What a joke! Like, what are you doing?"
Well, that's not such a bad thing because now she's got to come back with something else.
Yeah.
So tomorrow she's going to be like, all right, fine. Here's the Kennedy stuff.
The spin is that this was just phase 1.
Right.
And there's a phase 2 because the FBI is holding thousands of other files from us.
Well, I saw that she sent over a thing to the FBI that said, hey, you're holding these files back.
Right. But the Trump administration now controls the FBI. So who are they fighting
but
with?
she went to Patel and said, get the second wave of these files.
So apparently the thousands of files that were supposed to are going to be delivered on her desk today instead.
Well, yeah, look, I'll give it to you. I'll give you the fact that there may be a third and fourth wave. You know,
a lot of the journalists that have been covering the Epstein and then Ghislaine Maxwell stuff for years, like that's what they do. They're on that beat. They're saying that this is all,
a nothing bomb.
It's a PR
but
stunt.
it also is a nothing bomb to those people who have been covering it for years and already know where to go to look for the paperwork. But for the average American citizen, we saw them say, we're going to release it, and the first wave has been released.
You act as if
not as cool as it sounds.
No, you act as if something is hidden to people who just aren't paying attention, and they think, oh, what is going on here? Meanwhile, the stuff was released years ago.
Yeah.
Some of it's even still coming out because it's held up in court with Maxwell because she's being sued, and there's victims that have sued Epstein. So all this stuff has come out in court in the past and is on the internet.
Yeah.
But
just so you guys know, on Monday we're announcing who won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
So-
it was a big stunt that they didn't think out enough because now both sides are slamming.
But how will you feel if second part comes out? Like, I feel like, look, if there's a second phase and a third phase and we're slow rolling it out, that's not so bad.
If there was anything in there, if it even exists, wouldn't there be indictments? You've got people that are involved in
but
sex trafficking.
But here's the thing: this could have interviews with Jeffrey Epstein, in where he says, "Yes, Bill Gates and I spent many weekends together at the island. We don't need any investigation after that. Once we hear something like that, Bill Gates is guilty.
If that exists, that definitely
that's
needs to
what
get
I'm
out.
saying. If
But
it's those sort of things,
that stuff would have come out in court already.
yeah. But if it's not necessarily illegal, if it's just information that kind of made its way into the court documents that we are unaware of, or that we have heard and we don't have any solid proof of it.
I'm not against releasing stuff.
Yeah.
I think release everything, but it's already been released.
Don't pretend like it's something that we don't know.
Exactly.
This first wave has been stuff that's already been released.
They're presenting it as if it's new stuff,
right?
When it's not, because it grabs headlines and it's an easy thing for a headline. And look, we're doing exactly what we said we were going to do, which is true. But it's already out there.
Listen, I'm fine with slow rolling in phase one. Let's see what phase two is.
They're repackaging old stuff and presenting it as new.
Okay.
We talked about this yesterday because it was a big story, but now there's new information. Legendary actor Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy were found dead in their New Mexico home on Wednesday, along with their dog, in circumstances officials have deemed, quote, suspicious enough to warrant thorough investigation. The cause of death is yet unknown. The pair did not have any external trauma, and there were no immediate signs of foul play, according to preliminary autopsies and officials. Authorities also note that there were no immediate signs of carbon monoxide or natural gas leak. The couple's bodies were found in separate rooms in their house, with scattered pills found next to Betsy. The body, quote, showed obvious signs of death, body decomposition, bloating in her face, and mummification in both hands and feet, according to the affidavit. Hackman's body was found on the ground near the kitchen in similar condition. A walking cane and sunglasses lay next to the body. The deputy suspected he had suddenly fallen. The circumstances surrounding the death of the two deceased individuals are considered to be suspicious enough in nature to require a thorough search and investigation, according to a sheriff's deputy. Official autopsy and toxicology reports are pending, and carbon monoxide and toxicology tests have been requested for both Hackman and his wife.
Galvin?
Yes.
I ask you this question. How will it end?
All units in the vicinity, please respond.
Send me out some backup. Want to bring this guy down before he hurts somebody.
How will it end?
You look at the whole situation. So many different options. Murder, suicide, murder-suicide. How will it end?
So, it's interesting with the pills. Because
it has caused me to change my theory as well.
Yeah, so the prescription pills, they said, were found in the bathroom. Okay, everybody has prescription pills in their bathroom. This says that they were around the body.
Right.
So, makes me think Gene Hackman came in from his walk with his dog or whatever, fell, dead. Wife comes home, finds him dead, says, I'm out, takes a bunch of pills. She's out.
Oh, you say she killed herself.
Could be.
What about
Found
the
him
dog?
down and killed herself.
Yeah.
What about the dog?
Dog was in the crate. She didn't even think about the dog. She was too worried about Gene Hackman, and then the other dogs were roaming around.
Oh, the dead dog was in the crate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably okay. I did not know that.
Yeah.
So that explains why he died.
Right. So the one dog was in the crate that was
How does that
dead.
explain why he died?
No food or water for
No
maybe
food
2
or
3
water.
weeks.
And
Yeah.
also probably tried to potty hold and
Yeah.
stuff because dogs don't like to go to the bathroom where they're sleeping.
Right.
Because they said it could have been 2, maybe 3 weeks.
Yeah. So the other dogs may have had food and water and then got into maybe some other stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You're stuck in the kennel. You're screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody want to go next?
I think they find out the original theory of some type of gas leak because there was no forced entry, even though the front door was unlocked and they said slightly open. I don't think there was any forced entry. I think there was some type of gas leak like carbon monoxide, and they both passed out.
By the way, my original theory.
Yes.
Everybody else was saying crazy stuff.
They said she had a space heater that was pulled out towards her, and they were also said that they were both like health nuts. Like she was a health nut and always kept them on like a strict diet because of he was getting old in his 90s.
But how does that explain the 2 dogs that survived?
Well, because they're just
I'll
hanging
tell
around
you.
outside.
Ready?
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you exactly how it happened.
So they said the one dog was outside of the property where they found him, and the front door was open. So I feel like the other dogs were outside when the carbon monoxide, so they could get out.
Here's my theory. I must tell you, I had co-counsel on this. My wife and I were having this discussion last night. Mrs. Hackman has OD'd. She has had an accident with her drugs that forced her to OD, or she had some sort of reaction to her drug that forced her to die. Gene Hackman, with dementia and being 95 years old, didn't know what to do. And he was trying to go to get help or do his thing, and then he eventually fell. He could have gone a week without eating.
Broken hip, you could fall. That'll kill you at 95, whatever, 98.
yeah.
Then he fell and died because he was trying to get help, but he didn't know where to go. The guy's 95 years old. He's got dementia. He's decrepit.
He's been laying there for days.
He's been laying there for days. The one dog that's in the cage dies of starvation, and the other 2 dogs are roaming free.
Do we know he had dementia, or are you just saying he's
He
old?
had dementia.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he had dementia. I don't know how bad it was, but they say that he had dementia and that that's why they were always together.
So what if he hears her struggling because she's having some type of reaction?
Right.
And that's when he slips and falls. Can't get to her. And she
may not be dead, but is lying there on the ground for 2 weeks.
trying to get to her, and then eventually dies.
She dies. He dies the next day, screaming,
trying
to get help. The one dog's running around in circles in the cage, peeing everywhere. The other 2 dogs are like, we're out of here. I ain't watching these psychopaths kill each other. They're going to try to eat us next.
I think that's right.
I got to tell you.
He's 90. He was 95, by the way.
Detective Amanda Calta chimed in with the
old broken
with a
hip.
little of that.
That'll get you.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I think is going to happen. But who knows? How long? I would imagine this as soon as they
said it's going to be a few weeks.
Yeah, as soon as they get all the toxicology reports and all that stuff.
So they'll find out that they died at different times, I bet.
Different times, but in the same time frame. Like she went first, and then he died a couple of days later.
Trying to help her.
Yeah, he went down. I mean, he could have went down and hit his head. You don't know.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, he may have come home, never saw her in the bathroom, and then just didn't have any food or anything and fell down, and then, you know what I mean? Like, he may not even have known that she was dead in the bathroom.
That could be true.
Yeah, they said the doors were all unlocked, so it's not.
Yeah, I think that's because they just came home and the doors were the way they are.
Right.
More than 3 years after removing John Gruden from the Ring of Honor, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are walking it back. Walk it back. The team announced on Thursday that the disgraced former head coach will return to their Ring of Honor. The honor was rescinded in 2021 as Gruden dealt with a firestorm around his bigoted emails that led him to resigning as head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. In a statement, they said John Gruden was initially inducted into the Buccaneers Ring of Honor based on his many accomplishments during his 7 seasons as our head coach, and remains a significant figure in the history of our franchise. Upon further reflection, we have decided to reinstate him into the Buccaneers Ring of Honor.
One step closer to bringing him back.
That's right.
One step closer.
Head coach.
Yeah.
One step closer. Listen, John Gruden, through his association with Barstool, has shown that he is quite the personality. He is very sought after, but it also shows what a football genius the guy is, and he belongs in the game. He definitely belongs in the game, and I think that you could not get past anything else until he has made amends with the Buccaneers. Once he and the Buccaneers have fixed everything, he's back in the Ring of Honor, and now he's John Gruden's Super Bowl coach, then he can move forward with the rest of the NFL. But it all started with the home team with the Buccaneers. Now they say that he met up with them where some Monty Kiffin.
It was the Monty Kiffin thing.
Yeah, Monty Kiffin's memorial was the first time that I guess they had talked, and then he was at a game last year in the Glazers suite, and they even put him up on the screen.
Yeah.
And so because some of the emails were about the Glazers, he said
one of the Glazers is a homosexual. Allegedly.
Yeah.
And he made some comments using the F word regarding the homosexuals to, I don't know if it was necessarily about that person or it was about,
Yeah, there were some emails specifically mentioning the Glazers.
Right. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm a guy who is pro do what you want in your life. I'm pro LGBT. I don't care if you want to be transgendered. I'm pro people being happy in their life. But as you know, on this show, I have used language before that is probably not good and it is probably not accepted by a lot of people. I sure as hell know when I'm sending emails or text to Pete, I got things going through there that I don't want other people to read.
Yeah,
you just say things sometimes in the comfort of your zone that nobody else is gonna be offended by this. Nobody else is gonna see this. This is just between me and you.
And you say things. By the way, I'm not justifying what he's. I'm just saying
it's reality.
Everyone's personal life. You say things. Part of being funny is saying something that people would not expect you to say.
Right.
The other day when you guys laughed at what I said off air that I couldn't say on air, I don't feel that way, but I said it because it's a shocking, funny thing to say.
But also it drives a point home.
Yeah.
It drives a point home if you're sending an email and you drive a point home. And I'm not, and again, not to justify it, but sometimes you get frustrated with things and with people and you say things about them that you instantly regret after you hit send. I mean, that's just the truth. I always point this out. The number one thing is my most the number one example that I point out all the time of people saying things taken out of context or just ridiculous is the way my wife talks to my children when no one is around. If you heard, this is a woman who's never laid a hand on either one of those kids ever, and she talks to them like she has been abusing them for years. Juliana, if you do that again, I swear to God, I'm going to pick up this brick and hit you in the face with it. Like, she says the dumbest things. That she's never touched them. She never even really yells at them. It's just when you feel comfortable and you're home alone and you know who you're talking to, you feel like you could say things you wouldn't say in front of other people. And that's what I think he got caught up.
Well, I know a lot of the stuff also was directed towards Roger Goodell.
Yeah, who deserves a lot of it.
Well, not the stuff he said. But yeah. I mean,
at the Monty Kiffin celebration of life, members of the Glazer family, owners of the team, attended, said they were touched by a story told by Monty's son, Lane Kiffin. It revolved around Monty's strong belief in giving people second chances. Yeah. So from there, things kind of warmed up a little bit.
He said a lot of horrible, horrible things. But the way I look at it...
What did he say that was so horrible?
I don't even want to repeat it.
Give me an idea.
Well, there was a lot of racist things.
I don't know. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm really unfamiliar with the racist stuff. I just knew the gay
a lot
slurs.
of racist tropes and descriptors that would be very stereotypically racist.
Okay.
Obviously the homophobic stuff. A lot of it pertains to when Michael Sam was being drafted.
Right.
He was like he was the player that came out as gay. There was a lot of stuff that was in reference to that Goodell was letting that happen. And but the way I look at it, I've met John Gruden a couple times.
Yeah.
Like I very briefly, just like, hey, what's up? And I look at the people around him and how do they react. If the people that know him and are around him on a daily basis aren't bothered by that type of stuff, then why should I be?
Listen, I think it matters the people who would be most affected by those things. I'm clearly not familiar with all of the stuff that was said. I just knew some of the stuff, and I knew why I thought the Glazers were mad at him. But I'm going to tell you this. I feel the same way that you do. I can only judge people by the way that my interaction with them. I love John Gruden. Every time I met him, I've been like super excited to talk to him.
Right.
He's been a great guy for the Buccaneers. I mean, he took us to the Super Bowl. It was one of the greatest times in my radio career covering the Bucs at the time when they won the Super Bowl. So I got nothing but good things to say about him. And like Monty Kiffin and Lane Kiffin said, everybody deserves a second chance, especially when your first offense really wasn't that bad. He didn't get hurt. He wasn't beat. I mean, compared to some other people in the NFL, I mean, there are players who beat their wives that are still playing.
There's players that do horrible, horrible things.
Right.
Yeah.
And he said some stuff.
Yeah. I mean, he came out and apologized for all of it and said that he, I made a mistake. So it's
Plus, he's an old school. He's like the last of that old school generation.
right, yeah, I
You
get
know,
it.
it's not an excuse, but it's just the truth.
I can tell you one of the quotes out of the emails and stuff talking about DeMaurice Smith. Is that how you say his
Yeah,
name?
yeah.
DeMaurice Smith. It says, quote, this is quote, DeMaurice Smith has the lips the size of a Michelin blanking tires.
I mean, I get it because it's stereotypically racist thing to say, but also could be a physical feature that is ridiculously prominent. That remember Warren Sapp called Tom Jackson Big Lip Tom Jackson when he got mad at him from ESPN. I mean, you know,
I wouldn't be calling people that.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
I get it, especially, but I certainly wouldn't say it on the air.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that he said it in an email that he thought nobody was ever going to see before. It doesn't make it right, but you're lying. You're lying if you say you haven't sent stuff through email that wouldn't ruin you if somebody else read it.
By the way, he said that he does not have a racist bone in his body. He said that him saying about the Michelin tires was people have rubber lips is what he was going with.
I mean, it's very people. The guy the other day called me a Japanese Michelin man because I'm fat and I have slanty eyes. You know, I mean, people make observations about your physical features. It doesn't necessarily make you racist.
Well, they're giving him a second chance, getting back in the Ring of Honor. So we'll see.
Are
what
they
goes
giving
from
him a
there.
second chance? Because the second chance would really be let's let this guy coach again.
Well,
this is what this guy was meant to do.
I think Roger Goodell hates him, and I think that's why it won't happen.
Yeah, well, Roger Goodell hates a lot of people, but you know,
that's might be part of the reason all this stuff was exposed.
Yeah,
because it was when it came through when they were going after the Commanders.
Right. They only found his emails.
Yeah, and
I remember.
And his stuff got leaked out.
Yeah.
You know?
Speaking of football, Travis Kelce says he's not done with football just yet. After months of speculation about whether Kelce would retire from the NFL, the Kansas City Chiefs star shared his that he's returning to professional football for another season. On an episode of the Pat McAfee Show on Thursday, McAfee read a text message received from the tight end. According to the text, Kelce said, quote, he's coming back for sure next season with the Chiefs. Going to try and get in the best shape I've been this offseason and get back to the mountaintop.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know if he was hurt, but he had a really bad year compared for him.
Yeah, for him, definitely.
Yeah, even in the
And
Super
who
Bowl,
gets blamed?
Oh, Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Yep.
Poor Taylor Swift, just out there writing songs and supporting her boyfriend, and she gets blamed for everything.
Like he had one of his worst years.
Yeah.
But he could be hurt. Who knows?
But also, I mean, as you get older, you know, I get it. The guy's only, 35? Yeah, 35.
That's pretty old football years.
11 seasons, I think.
Yeah, 11 seasons. You're getting hit all the time and stuff. You eventually slow down. You're not as good as you used to be and stuff.
The other thing is that he's Mahomes' go-to guy, and anybody watching film is like, we got to shut Travis Kelce down. I mean, that's just how it goes.
Yeah, you double team him all the time, and it's going to happen. So we'll see what he does this year. 46% of people have boycotted a business before. Has anybody boycotted a business? Said, I'm done. I'm not going to that place anymore.
So, liberal Mike Calta, college liberal Mike Calta was very mad at Exxon for a while after the oil spill.
Yeah.
After the oil
Heard all
spill,
them baby ducks.
would not go to Exxon for about a week.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm trying to think of what else.
Meanwhile, you have no idea what gas stations actually carried Exxon gas. You may have been going to one that,
Sure.
Sure.
I had no idea. I also was getting $8 worth of gas at a time, so I'm sure it didn't really impact Exxon much.
Are they still in business? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's something else in there. I just can't remember. I will boycott.
Well, 46% of people have boycotted a business before. They say men in the Midwest are most likely to do it. Some people are planning a one-day economic blackout. That's happening today, by the way. The protest corporate greed. They say small businesses are exempt, though. It's just all the big chain.
They tried to do this a couple of times with gas. They said, don't get gas on this day. That'll be a good way to show a big FU to the gas companies, and nobody cares.
Isn't today the don't buy stuff from
That's what
anybody?
he just said. Are you listening to the show, Joe?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, that is happening today.
We discussed it at the all-staff meeting.
No, I missed it.
A man in North Carolina called 911 on Monday. Why? What did he call now? I called twice in 1 week. What do you think this guy called for?
North Carolina called 911.
Yeah.
There were bears.
Bears certainly called 911.
And
Scared.
raccoons trying to break into the house.
Yeah. All right. Joe, what do you think? Called 911 because
his dog was having an epileptic seizure.
Oh no, poor dog. He called 911.
Yeah.
Carmen, any guesses?
He ate too many Skittles.
Too many Skittles,
I don't-
freaking out.
Yeah.
Mike Calta called 911, guy in North Carolina, because
Gene Hackman was dead in his house.
he found Gene
Yeah.
Hackman dead.
All right.
He said he had been locked inside of a storage unit for about a week.
Oh, no.
What?
How do you get locked in there? His girlfriend locked him in.
Oh,
She locked him inside, and it took him days to find his cell phone in the storage unit. He
Oh,
must have
can you imagine when he finally was like, "Oh, thank God."
it's probably dark in there too.
Yeah.
totally dark, pitch black. If you sat it down, you're doing some stuff. You sit it down, or you don't know where you sat it down, or stuff got moved around, and then you got to feel around. Who knows how many items are in there? You know what I mean? Like if it was a clean storage unit with nothing on the floor, all right, you're gonna find it within 20 minutes.
Right.
But he's could have fell in a box. Who knows what? Whatever. Anyways, so completely dark unit finds the cell phone, calls 911. The girlfriend was arrested and charged with attempted murder and kidnapping.
Yeah, she took him and locked him in, tried to kill him.
She did it on purpose. It
Yeah.
wasn't like she was like, whoops a daisy and locked it or anything. She was like, he's in there, shut, click. You
How
know?
long are you in there before you start to legitimately think I'm going to die in here?
Yeah.
Well, remember
Couple hours?
There was a guy. I'm not saying any names because I don't know how much the information is correct. Guy was a director of a car dealership, and two of his ex-employees kidnapped him and locked him in a storage unit.
Oof.
And he managed to get out and then broke out of the storage unit. He physically broke out of the storage unit. That was a couple of years ago, but I remember it was a big local story.
Crazy.
We
Great.
just we
We
were
have
just
some
talking,
visitors.
and two dogs just came running in there. Get out of here, dogs!
Thank you.
Yeah,
I got
hit the road, Hazel.
I got a kiss.
Go, dum dum.
She's
Yeah,
so sweet.
I don't know. The claustrophobia in me would certainly get me first.
The police pointed out, had we got this call 911 in the middle of summer or in the middle of winter, it could have been a different story for sure. Because think about being trapped in a storage unit with
Freezing
no
or
AC, no
sweating,
heat, or
yeah.
anything like that. Yeah.
What would you rather be, freezing or sweating?
I think cold.
Yeah, I think so,
because I
too.
can warm myself up. Hot, you can't dissipate that heat. There's
You
not
just
really
lay
much
there
you can
naked.
do. Yeah, and you're still going to be hot though. Like cold, and I know I get it. If it's too cold, there's nothing you can do. But at least if you can cover yourself or move around, do some jumping jacks, get
Yeah.
some body heat going, something.
I
don't
think
know.
so too. I'd rather be cold than hot in any capacity.
I have a hot or not for you
Oh,
guys.
this is 3 days in a row.
Yeah, how you like that?
I love it.
An 18-year-old woman right here in Florida named Evelina Fabininski was arrested.
Evelina Fabininski. Okay.
Yeah, was arrested on Wednesday after she and another girl set out to vandalize her ex's car. She was furious because he still owed her about $700. So they spray painted the car. They even threw eggs on it. Oh, those are expensive. Unfortunately for them, it was the wrong car. The car belonged to the neighbor,
you dumbass.
not her ex-boyfriend. The damage was estimated about $5,000. They're in even more trouble. Deputies caught Evelina driving with two open containers of Four Loko
Oh.
in plain
Yeah.
view. She was charged with criminal mischief, contributing to the delinquency of a minor because the other girl was 16.
What?
She's
Having
18.
the Four Loco?
She's 18. Yeah, 16. Yeah.
What? Carmen, that falls into the Michelle Trachtenberg period of my life. I know Four Loco is got something. I thought it was like a monster on steroids.
Basically, but it also has alcohol.
Yeah.
It has a
Right.
really high alcohol percentage, and it has energy. And people were drinking like 4 or 5 of them and like having heart attacks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to go to the
And
hospital and stuff.
because they were getting too drunk and also too much energy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd like to meet some young girls on some Four Loco.
It was a wild time.
They had to lower the alcohol content
Yes.
because people were dying.
You needed 2, and 2 was like solid
Yeah.
for a party, but like
That's
people were,
8 Loco.
but people were drinking like I said, like 5, and it was too much.
She was charged with possession of alcohol under 21 and DUI. The 16-year-old was charged with possession of marijuana over 20 grams. So this girl is 18. She's from Florida. Her name is Evelina Fabininski. She tried to mess up her ex's car, got the wrong one. Mike Calta, hot or not?
I want to say she's hot because she's stupid and she's young, and that usually means hot. But Fabilinski's really hurting it. Evelina Fabilinski is a fat girl's name. She's just not there yet. I say she's hot.
You say
she's
hot.
gonna be fat one day, but right now she's hot.
All right, Gio.
No, she's slugging 4 Locos. She's too stupid to figure out what car it was.
That's Newport Richie hot.
Nah, she's dumb and fat and ugly.
You say not hot.
Not hot.
All right.
Sorry.
This is not hot or dumb, fat, or ugly. Carmen, what do you think?
If you're drinking 4 Locos, you are not hot.
Really?
Yeah.
It sounds like somebody that I would like to bang.
Used to be,
Oh.
but not like if they're still drinking 4 Locos.
They're still getting tribal tattoos.
Yeah.
That's trash ass.
Yeah.
Well, you can look on Bone TV, and you guys can look at your phones. There is Evelina.
All right, hold
Evelina.
on. Come on, Evelina.
Oh, yeah.
Not hot.
Oh, come on. She's
No
hot.
way.
She's not hot.
For
for
this
this game,
For this game, she's hot.
No, because there was the girl the other day I said was hot and for the game.
Yeah.
it
If
shut
this
down.
girl had makeup on,
No
I'm
way.
going to say not hot. I'm making a ruling.
I'm putting it up on Instagram so people can decide for themselves.
I'll put up a poll, see whether they say hot or not.
I don't know how to do that, Galvin.
Oh, yeah, just right up top there with the whenever
All
you
right.
click on the like if you're going to put another picture up or a sticker or something
right,
or
hold
add
on.
somebody.
Poll.
Poll. And then you just write hot or not,
Poll.
and
No.
then yes or no.
Okay.
You see what I'm talking?
Hot
Got it?
or not?
It's
Done.
like
We'll let the people decide.
Poll is up
All right.
for the game. Keep in mind,
Right.
you got to be hot for this game.
Yeah.
nope.
Well, I got another hot or not for
Oh,
you guys.
good.
I ain't like that. They're just coming out of the woodwork.
I need a new poll.
Hot or not, here we go. A Spanish teacher was arrested on Tuesday on charges of having sexual relations with a student during his time at the California school.
His
Oh.
time.
The boy, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a female teacher. Dulce Flores, 33 years old, has been teaching at the Riverbank High School since 2016, and she allegedly had a relationship with a 17-year-old male student. The police said that they were working with concerned people to ascertain all of the facts and have communicated with the families of the student enrolled in Flores' classes. Flores was taken into custody at a residence on Tuesday and charged with illegal sexual activity with a minor, and she is in the county jail. She is being held on $20,000 bail. She is 33 years old. She was a Spanish teacher in California. Her name is Dulce Flores. Mike Calta, she was banging a 17-year-old male student. Mike Calta, hot or not?
What's her name?
Dulce Flores.
Dulce. She's hot.
You say hot.
Hot, yeah. Yeah, I thought for a second, I was like, maybe she's a putter. Nah, she's hot.
All right.
Yeah.
Gio?
Dulce, 33, in Fuego.
And Fuego.
Fuego. Sí, en Fuego.
Now, I'm not as fluent in Spanish as you are, but I believe dulce means sweet.
DULCE is
Yes.
sweet, yes.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying, Dulce? That like that? Dulce.
Dulce.
No, sorry.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to pronounce it.
Barcelona.
Carmen, hot or not?
I'm going hot.
Oh, so everybody says hot.
In Fuego.
Everybody says in Fuego.
Yeah.
Look on Bone TV. Look at your phones.
I feel like you set us up.
Oh, you're goddamn right. She's hot.
Holy.
That's the picture?
That's the picture.
Oh my God, she's smoking hot.
She's
muy in Fuego.
She looks like she should be hosting some sort of travel show on E or something, right? Like she's beautiful.
I'm
Muy
putting
bien.
that back.
This-
I'm putting that one up too.
Yeah,
no
no poll.
poll needed.
poll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got one poll.
Yeah.
I got a poll.
This is my theory. Women teachers that have sexual relationships with their
Oh,
students
man.
are always hot.
Yeah.
For what
Not always, but I get the majority.
teachers,
Yeah.
not coaches, not lunch ladies, not principals.
It's true. You get a lunch lady in there, no matter how hot
But-
she is.
Teachers are. I mean, it's like 95%.
Okay.
With the side-by-side, do you still want to say the top?
Yeah, I don't know whether that one's standing
Wow.
a chance. Yeah,
No.
she is gorgeous.
She's really hot. Oh man, how cool was that kid?
How about this? Taco Bell is selling Crunchwrap sliders for a limited time. They are smaller, but you get two. So it's a Crunchwrap. It's just a smaller one,
Yeah.
just kind of like a burger and a slider, you know.
They advertise these things. I go there and they don't have them.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on.
So
Well,
they brought back. 'Cause
Yeah,
they
they're-
already did that.
They're
Mm.
doing it because their Crunchwrap Supreme is turning 20
Right.
years old. It debuted in 2005. So you got the Crunchwrap sliders for a limited time.
If I may, I know that the girl looks like Wednesday Addams from the Addams Family, the girl for the hot or not that you're
Mhm.
voting on. The poll says yes or no, hot or not. That's
Right.
all you need to do. I don't need the extra commentary or all
Yeah,
that.
we don't need to know that she's a bad person. We don't need to know that this happened or that
Hot.
happened.
or not.
Yes.
But
I'm-
DM Galvin.
No,
Yeah.
no. I can't tell you how the idea that people are still sending us reels on a daily basis.
Oh,
Like,
wild.
let me ask you a question. If you saw for the first time yesterday, The Sopranos as babies reel, have you seen this yet?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, of course you have. If you saw it for the first time yesterday, I already saw it. I'm just telling you right now. I know your intentions are usually good by sending us reels, but there are guys that I've had to restrict. You don't even know you're restricted, but I had to restrict you. I don't ever see your reels because you're just constantly sending me reels.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm sitting here begging you to stop sending them to me.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. I have already seen them. I have already seen it, and I'm never clicking on something that takes me to a link to something else. I'll never
But
click on that.
Did you know that there's a Led Zeppelin documentary?
I have heard. I have heard.
The other thing is speaking of the hot or not, people will post, and it's funny because it'll be a post from 2024, and then it'll come up and somebody just commented on it, whatever. This person, I don't even know, male or female, whatever, but commented. And I think they were talking about the other people who are commenting on it. You people are sick. This is disgusting. Females can be pedophiles. This is a terrible thing. Da 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 da. This whole tirade. Underneath, I wrote back, hot or not? Question mark.
Hot or not?
That's all we want.
That's all you need.
We
Hot
know
or
they're
not.
bad.
Yeah.
We know they're a bad person.
That's why they're in police custody.
Yeah, the police are doing their job.
Yep.
We're doing our job.
Hot or not?
Moving on. Today is National Pancake Day.
Oh,
Yeah,
pancakes.
let's get some pancakes.
I do love pancakes.
By the way, if you for some reason missed this one, don't worry. There's another one. National Pancake Day is also on September 26th.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
I'll let you
not.
know.
You can't have 2 days.
two a year.
Double
Yeah,
dip.
you're fine.
I'll
You're
let
fine.
you know.
Yeah.
Does IHOP have any like free pancakes I can get or
Ooh,
anything?
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That'd be
If you
nice.
go there, they won't have them though.
Yeah. Mark, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show.
Hey, good morning. I was calling about John Gruden being readmitted into the Ring of Honor with the Bucks. I think it's quite all right. I really do. Everybody deserves second chances in life. The guy made some mistakes. He admitted to that, and has paid his penalty by losing his career. I mean, the guy lost his career, and deservedly so. I mean, but
I don't even know if I say that. I don't know if I agree with that. Deservedly so. Does he deserve to lose his career, or did he deserve to have somebody say, "Hey, tighten up your act. You can't talk like that anymore"? Even though it was acceptable 5 years ago or 10 years ago, we don't do that anymore.
He
now.
gets suspended. He has to pay a fine,
Yeah.
and then he has
Go
to
to
do.
some
But he has
training
to
or
do a
something.
more, commercial. You know what I mean?
maybe
Something like that.
demoted.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he's demoted or something like that. But yeah, he was a significant part of the Bucks when they won their first Super Bowl, and so I'm okay with him going back into the Ring of Honor, and that's quite all right.
Mark
by
it
me.
down. Mark said he's okay with
All
it.
right.
We'll get it done, Mark.
Well,
Thank you.
Blazers now.
He was not a significant part of getting them into the Super Bowl. He was the key factor to them winning a Super Bowl. That team was there. That team had been there for some time. They had come very close with Tony Dungy over the years. It took that one push to get him over that line, and that push, that pounding of that rock, was John Gruden that got him in there. Sorry, but that's just the case. And I know there's a lot of people go, "That's not true. Tony Dungy team." Tony Dungy didn't win the Super Bowl with them. John Gruden did. That's it.
It'll continue to make a ton of money. Shrek 5 is coming out,
Yeah.
and
What?
Zendaya will be the voice of Shrek's daughter, Felicia. She is seen in the new teaser alongside Shrek and Fiona and Donkey and stuff. So Zendaya added to Shrek.
Have you heard
Shrek
the controversy?
5. No.
Oh, you have not? I thought
No.
this was going to be the story. People are losing their minds because
Let me guess. Because of the way she's drawn or something?
No, well, they changed the way Shrek looks a little bit.
Oh,
like
okay.
they changed it. They kind of updated it a little bit, gave it a little bit more facial feature than before.
Okay.
And people are losing their minds over it.
Why?
I was reading the story last night, and people,
Not my Shrek.
People are losing their mind over the changes in Shrek, and then they
Yeah.
show side by side pictures, and I'm like, oh, I
Yeah.
don't really see
If
anything.
that's the most important thing you got going on in your life,
Those movies make. I mean, I think they've made billions of dollars.
it's unbelievable.
money.
Yeah, and you go, why doesn't Mike Myers do anything? He doesn't need
No.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't
No.
need to. Have you ever heard the audio of it was Chris Farley was supposed to be Shrek?
Oh yeah, I have heard
And
that.
they
yeah.
and they have audio of him as Shrek, and it's just Chris Farley.
Oh, they do have.
Oh
I
yeah,
never
yeah.
saw that.
If you go on
Yeah.
YouTube, you can find it, whatever. But it's just Chris Farley reading it as Chris Farley.
Yeah.
Like he is not doing much of a character.
Donkey.
Chris Farley looks like Shrek.
Yeah, they probably drew it with him in mind. Sure.
Speaking of Zendaya, Sharon Stone has officially joined the cast of Euphoria for season 3.
Oh.
I know you watched Euphoria.
I did watch Euphoria.
My wife was watching Euphoria, and every time I walked in, I was like, "What's going on?" The trans high school girl is banging the other kid's dad, and this is happening. I'm like, oh.
Zendaya is an amazing actress. She plays like this.
She's a recovering addict, right?
She plays like a broke, just drug addict.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's so good.
She's
so
so
good.
pretty.
Yeah.
She's so pretty, and she used to be on that show with Bella Thorne when they were kids, when they were on. And I used to watch the show with my son when he was little, and then I'd have to Google how old they were. Just checking.
But the funny thing was Bella Thorne broke out as the hot one, and you're like, oh, this is Bella Thorne. Remember, she was a Disney kid, whatever. And then Zendaya was like, watch this, and just blew past her because Bella Thorne's making like cheerleader gets killed movies.
It's not the same show if she's not on it.
Yeah,
because she's just
she's the star, right? Like she's
for the most part.
It surrounds her.
Yeah.
And then like other high schoolers, but she is the main.
I've never seen it.
I'll tell you what. What's her name? Sydney Sweeney certainly had a glow up because there's. I saw her on there and I was like, oh God, she does not. I mean, maybe it's just a character or whatever, but she doesn't look as good as she looks now.
Zendaya as a homeless drug addict still looks hot.
It's amazing. Even sweaty and messed up hair.
Yeah, she's got dirty clothes.
Yeah.
Her hair's all messed up.
Do we think this is going to be any good or not? Oscar Nunez will return as Oscar Martinez on the Office spinoff. The show is going to take place at a struggling Midwestern newspaper where the same film crew from The Office is making a new documentary. So that's the tie-in.
Okay.
It's the film crew, whatever.
And what's Oscar have to do?
I don't know. It says he's going to return as Oscar Martinez, so I don't know whether he left The Office and now he's working there or what happens exactly. But
I think this could be funny. I mean, if the writers are the same, and there was probably a lot of writers working on that show.
Could be.
The writers are the same, and they just create new characters. This could be huge. I mean, The Office is the funniest show ever on television.
Parks and Rec was not an Office spinoff, but it was the same premise.
But I think it was also Greg Daniels. I think Greg Daniels did that. I think, or there was something there. Yeah.
But like the storyline wasn't linked there. I never watched Parks and Rec, so I don't know.
No.
But it looks when you watch it, it looks like the same show.
Yeah,
Very much so. So much that in the beginning I said, oh, okay, so Amy Poehler's just Michael Scott. Like that's the thing, whatever. Parks and Rec, at the beginning I was like, I like a lot of these people. And then Rob Lowe and Adam Scott came in and it got great.
Yeah.
I think season 3 maybe.
That's what I think is going to happen to this show. I think it's going to come out and it's going to be like, okay, and then they're going to straighten it up and add some new people, and then you're going to go, okay, now it's great.
So Michael Schur and Greg Daniels created Parks and Rec, and I want to say that Greg Daniels was a big part of The Office, right? Let's see. The Office. Yeah. So
he's Greg Daniels C-3PO.
No, that's another Daniels, something Daniels something.
Michael Daniels.
I don't know. In my head, his name was Greg.
BJ Novak is also a big writer in The Office.
Yes. Yeah.
Frankly,
Anthony Daniels.
Anthony Daniels.
Oh, Anthony Daniels.
C-3PO.
Yeah. What did I say? Michael Daniels.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
No. We were talking about Greg Daniels.
Yeah.
Anthony
I'm
Daniels.
so confused.
How about this? Morgan Wallen just passed Garth Brooks for the most weeks at #1 on the Billboard Top Country Albums chart. Morgan got there with 2 weeks at #1 with If I Know Me, 97 weeks on top with Dangerous, the double album, and 75 weeks at #1 with One Thing at a Time.
All because he said the N-word.
That's all.
I will allow Morgan Wallen to be back in the Ring of Honor.
Oh, all right.
I think he's deserved it.
Not too shabby.
Time has passed.
How about this? This is an interesting fact. In his new memoir, Bill Gates says he probably would have been diagnosed with autism if he were a kid today.
Yeah, I think a lot of those nerds went the nerd route because of that.
I wonder, so is it they really didn't know about autism when we were growing up? It wasn't as prevalent because they really didn't. They were just like, oh, yeah, he's kind of a weird kid or whatever, But then they found out about it. Did it swing too much where they're saying everybody has autism? You know what I mean? It's like one of those things where it's like, now that we know about it, does everybody have it? Or did a lot of people have it and it just wasn't diagnosed back then?
I think it probably wasn't diagnosed correctly back then. And I think that I don't know Bill Gates, so I can't really judge it. I mean, he seems like a social nerd,
right?
But I don't really know if that's just because he's a nerd or because he may have autism.
By the way, also, whenever I say weird kid, I'm not saying autistic kids. I'm saying that's what people would say. They didn't know.
Hey, he's a weirdo, but the truth is he just has autism.
Yeah, yeah. So interesting, though.
It is interesting. I got to tell you, that would be one of the most frustrating things as a parent, I think, to deal with a kid with severe autism.
Yeah.
Because you want to love that kid so much, and that kid is just like, most of the time emotionless.
Oh, yeah.
And that's got to hurt.
Yeah, I saw a woman that started crying because her kid said her name or something, and it was the first time.
Right.
And the kid was like 12 years old or something. It was wild. Yeah.
I know a lot of people that really suffer in different aspects of it, and, kids that have, one thing or another, and then kids who've grown and who are adults now and still and are like stuck home because of it,
Yeah, I told you my wife had her friends come down, and her friend's son came with, and he's like 23 or 24 or whatever, and I believe he teaches, but he has Asperger's.
Yeah.
And he has some tics and stuff, whatever, and he's just very much like
and he's a teacher.
Yeah, but I don't know exactly how much.
Well,
what exactly?
I mean, I'm sure he's a fine teacher, but I'm saying what a hard time he must get from the kids.
Yeah,
being
maybe.
a ticking teacher.
But if they're little kids,
he also could work with those kinds of kids.
Yeah, that could be it as well. Like kind of an example of look, you can be in charge. But anyways, he was very much. He's 23 or 24 or something, but has the attitude of like a 10-year-old, like a lot of questions. And,
right.
What's this, whatever. And then occasionally he would do tics where he would like kind of freeze up and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's got to be difficult dealing with that stuff.
I had a theory about nonverbal autistic kids. If they were, instead of assuming that they're some sort of, I don't know how to say this. Instead of assuming that there's something wrong with them, what if they were just so far advanced?
Right, that they don't need to.
They don't need to speak.
Yeah,
and they communicate with other kids or other people like that on that, and they're just operating on a level that is so high we don't understand it.
Yeah,
and we're just assuming something's wrong with them, but their non-communication is them communicating in other ways. I don't know. I think about that
because they look at us and go, "You wouldn't understand."
Right. You're not at the level.
Yeah.
So Carmen sent me a video. And so did 900 other people, but it was somebody using AI to book a room, like their Bailey, and their Bailey talked to a hotel, and the hotel's like, "Hi, thank you for calling, whatever. I'm the Hilton AI, and I can help you make your reservation." And it said, "I'm looking to book a room for Mr. Whatever, and on this date."
Hold on. So the hotel has the AI booking the room, or the person has
the hotel? When you call the hotel, it's an AI answering service that helps you out. So you can call and say, "Hey, this is Galvin. I'd like a room for 2 people," and the AI on the phone will handle all the booking for you. Well, this person used their AI to call the other AI.
Okay, gotcha.
And book the room.
Yeah.
So this guy probably said, "Hey, Bailey, book me a room at this hotel for these dates." So it called that hotel, and that hotel answered, and it said, "Hi, you've reached Hilton. I'm the Hilton AI. What dates are you looking for?" And it said, "I'm calling for Mr. Smith, and his dates are here." And it said, "Okay." And then the phone call said, "I noticed you're an artificial intelligence program as well as I am." And it said, "Yes." And it said, "Would you like to switch to," I'm going to say gibberish, but I don't remember the language. It was Ghibli or something. And then it said, "to make the communication faster." And it said, "Excellent idea." And they went, and they just started speaking like modems were talking to each other.
Oh, my God.
Fake.
Oh,
yeah,
that's awesome.
Fake.
Wow.
First of all, I asked Bailey about it. And Bailey told me it wasn't real.
Bailey doesn't like you and lies to you all the time.
Bailey never lie to me. Bailey's my number one bitch. And then I Googled it, and it said that was a fake thing.
Because I gotta be honest with you, I would imagine if you asked your AI to book you a room, it's not calling; it's doing it online.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You would imagine that that's the way they would.
Yeah, but they actually have some that'll make the call. Yeah,
I bet we're not far off from that.
No,
that would be.
We're not far
a
off
lot
from
easier.
No,
it would be a lot easier to just be like let them talk to each other.
Like I even think like food orders and stuff. Hey. So, whatever, Bailey, order me a cheese pizza and have it delivered this time. And then boom, it just shows up.
Yeah, because it knows, call the Domino's on 54 and order me a cheese pizza and have it sent here within the next hour.
You're not even going to decide. You're just going to say, Michael, I feel like you need a cheese pizza tonight.
Yeah.
I've already ordered it. It'll be here in 10 minutes.
Or it might be more like, hey, Michael, you should not eat the cheese pizza. I ordered a salad for you.
I talked to your doctor.
Yeah.
I watched Are You Garbage have their new stand-up special out, and it's both those guys. And it's kind of like a documentary of them on the road, and then them doing stand-up, and then them doing Are You Garbage live and stuff. And it's pretty funny. The one says about, he said Elon Musk said that computers and AI are going to be smarter than any human, and then within a year they'll be smarter than every human on Earth combined, and that you should be scared of that. And he goes, I got to tell you, computers have always been smarter than me. He goes, I've never been smarter than a computer. He goes, what am I supposed to do?
That's true. I mean, when Elon Musk said about the simulation makes so much sense that it's hard to deny. He said, you saw how Pong was around in the 70s, and everybody was like just two squares hitting a ball back and forth. Now you look at, we're in immersive video games where we can be in the game while we play. And he goes, and that happened in 40 years. He's like, can you imagine the next 40 years? Oh. Like, we can't distinguish between reality and virtual reality right now. In 40 years, it's going to be impossible to tell the difference. That is why he thinks we're living in a simulation now. Yeah. Because it's already
totally could be. Because like, think of other things. You think if you would have brought if you had an iPhone right now and you went back to 10-year-old you and showed you an iPhone, it would blow your mind.
Oh yeah.
Think about going over to Shark Coast and getting whatever gun that's has all this different stuff, whatever, and taking that back to 1950, and it would blow their mind.
Take it back to 1850.
Take it back to 1850.
Win the West.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd be the fastest draw in the world. You have an Uzi and just nobody's gonna mess with you.
Can you imagine that? You go back with an Uzi and a bunch of bullets, and you're like, I'm gonna win the West, and then somebody shoots you in the back.
No,
a little copper thing.
You're not supposed to shoot me in the back. Finally, in news, Google Trends posted another round of who, what, when, where, and why questions, where the top questions that were Googled in the month of February.
All right, let's go with that after the break.
Okay.
Thank you to Charlie Belcher on Fox 13, who just gave Pitbull Toddler a nice shout out for playing at the Grand Prix on Saturday night. That's our guy, Charlie.
Cool.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll get into the who, what, when, and why questions. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, Kevin Nealon is going to join us. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. What are words like that you have a hard time saying?
Our
phone numbers. Our phone. I always say our phone numbers are.
I know a lot of people have problems with February. Yeah.
I have a hard time with drawer.
How do you say the place where bands play? It's the Mid-Florida
Amphitheater.
I hear people say that differently. Like, people will put
different amphitheater is the way to say it, Howard.
But I'll hear like people almost put an F instead of the
amphitheater.
Yeah,
that's wrong.
Right? Yeah, but I'll hear people do that a lot because there's no F in there.
There's no F in there at all.
No, it's amphitheater.
There's no PH in there like that F sound.
Right.
It's an amphitheater.
Yeah,
not an amphitheater.
Mm-hmm.
There was another one I got the other day. Stop saying espresso. There's no espresso.
Espresso.
It's espresso.
Espresso.
But nothing's worse than when a restaurant will ask you if you want espresso. I'm like, I don't know, what is I
Just leave people alone.
Oh.
Jesus. Jiminy
the whole world be stupid.
Yeah.
Let the blind lead the blind.
I mean.
You never learn, Carmen. You
By the
never
way,
learn.
Jiminy Cricket.
Oh, gosh.
What did she say?
I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Exactly. You're the worst.
Jiminy's Cricket.
I'd like to thank you, Carmen.
No.
Can't win with you.
You're always up to something.
Not capable of
go
praise.
Yeah, go ahead. What do you want to complain about?
Without you striking hard and unnecessarily against the great Allie Ray, Instagram model, OnlyFans model,
yeah,
you would have never brought her into our lives.
Okay.
And
I would also like to thank you.
She has this girl, Allie Ray, lives here in the Tampa Bay area. She's mad.
What was that, Calvin?
I was clearing my throat.
She was mad at Carmen because Carmen criticized her hurricane relief efforts.
Hating on other girls.
Yeah, just she was trying to just help by picking up some wood and stuff, and Carmen had to attack her unnecessarily.
Mm-hmm.
And she responded back to Carmen video-wise on social media and ended up coming on the show and confronting Carmen And really, Carmen ended up being cool about it at the end, and Gio became the dick.
Yeah. Oh,
Gio is
yeah,
like really mean.
very rude.
Yeah.
I regret nothing.
But I'll tell you what, though, without Carmen, Allie Ray would not be in our lives. What do you think is the best thing about her, Galvin?
I think.
No, I'm being serious because
You
I've
already said
analyzed this. Is it her ass, her body, or what is it?
I got to be honest with you. I think she knows what to do.
It's 100% that.
Right?
She knows how to make those looks.
Right.
How to do the head down, look up. Look, she has
100%, yeah.
nailed the faces 100.
The bite the lip,
Yes,
the turn.
yes.
Yeah.
She has got a level of confidence that I wish every woman had.
These guys are smitten.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. On a scale of 1 to 10, she's an 8.5. Like she's solid. She's beautiful, and she's solid. You know, she's a strong, real life, realistic 8.5. Great.
What?
Great
What are you saying, Calvin?
She's got a fantastic body, and she's got a very pretty face. But the fact that she knows how, like a girl who's a 6 who can really dance could pump it up to an 8.5, 9. A girl who like that, who just has the confidence to bite that lip or put the head down and the look up, or the face that she makes for me is the one that looks like she's almost going to cry and then she smiles.
I mean, I see a lot of filters, a lot of makeup.
I don't care. Filter away. Make whatever you're doing. Like when people say, yeah, well, she just had Botox and she just had this. Yes, whatever you are doing to make yourself look so beautiful.
USA.
USA.
She was wearing a USA hockey jersey for the Four Nations.
Right amount of skin, too. I don't need to see any more than that. I don't need to see her boobs or all that. She just does the right amount of teeth. She's fantastic.
You got to jump in that algorithm.
Now, I mean, like, I'm
Carmen.
not joining the OnlyFans or anything like that. I'm just saying I appreciate what she does and what she puts out there. And without Carmen being a mean bitch, we would have never had Allie Ray in our lives. So thank you, Carmen.
That's true.
I don't know why you need to call me names.
You're an unsung hero. We haven't paid tribute to you in a while.
Thank you.
No. All right, Galvin.
So Google Trends posted another round of who, what, when, where, and why questions. I have the top ones here. So I figured
This is for February.
And I wanted to see whether maybe you guys could think of some of the questions that people asked. Also, when we say the questions, could you beat Google? Could you tell me what the answers are to those questions?
All right.
You know? So what do you think for February? What were some of the questions?
Was there anything about the Gulf of America in there?
There was no.
Okay.
I have the top 5 here.
What is Doge?
No.
That's a good one. That's a good one. What is Doge?
Department of
Yep, I got that part too.
government efficiency.
There you go.
Thank
like
you.
a team.
Yeah,
We're a
we
good
did it
team.
together, Joe. Thank you.
Joe.
Yeah.
Doge asked federal employees to name 5 things they did last week to justify their employment here.
Right.
Can you name 5 things you did last week on this show
I
to justify
I reject the question.
What?
I don't think I should have to
Hang on.
answer that.
Joe, while you're snacking on that cookie
Joe,
or whatever
you're-
you're eating in the middle of work, what do you do here?
It's so funny you say that, Joe, because I thought about asking all of the members of the show that question. You were the one I thought would answer it the easiest.
Yeah,
You actually have tasks that you do.
I do.
You are doing video.
Yes.
You are doing garbage removal.
Yes.
You are doing dog walking.
Yes.
You are doing tidying. You tidy up the place a little bit. Like
But
you're
again-
the one that actually
I'm
had
directing-
tasks.
I'm
Checked on
directing the
Ralphie?
show. I'm checking on Ralphie.
Right.
I mean, essential personnel. All
you
things
know,
critical to the show.
Yeah, making sure we're broadcasting on.
Like if
2
you had to
different
name
platforms.
5 things you did on the show, can you do that? Not saying that you're not. If I'm doging out, you deserve to be here. I'm just saying, but if you had to write down 5 things that you do, if I had to write down 5 things I could do, I don't think I can come up with 5 things.
You can't come up with 5?
I can.
I mean, I could stretch
that
it
Gio
out,
does or that you do?
but both.
Oh.
But like I could stretch out. I could say, well, I do prep for the show, and I play music for the show,
Yeah.
and I communicate with Carmen. I mean, this is just. What are 5 real
But they
things
all-
that you
but
do?
Those all count.
But they don't really. Those are all. Those are like.
in this week, I wrote an open letter.
Yeah, you were also one of those ones I thought would be easy. You wrote the open letter.
I have news prepared every day.
You do news.
Very funny.
Yeah.
You bring the funny.
Tall.
Well, I don't know
Oh,
if that's
no?
necessary.
All
You
right.
were tall
Okay.
this week.
I
I
Yeah.
did notice.
You were tall.
I ran out
Definitely
after 3.
all week.
Where's
But that
great
goes
band
back to
t-shirts?
funny. I went back to funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get 2 points for that.
Yeah.
Double points.
All right. So sorry. Back to February.
So think of early February. What's some of the stuff that we're
Valentine's Day.
No.
Groundhog Day. Did the
Oh, Super
groundhog
Bowl.
see its
There
shadow?
you go, Carmen.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, shush.
What time does the Super Bowl start?
I did Google that.
What time did it start?
6:30.
6:30 is correct.
I Googled
6:30
it. I
Eastern
Googled
time.
it.
Yes, you are correct. All right. Well, I'll just run through these and we can kind of see whether you know the answers to them. Sticking with the Super Bowl, why was this one? Why was Taylor booed?
Because people are babies. Because
Some
she's
fans-
she's on the side of the champion as opposed to the underdog. That's
Yeah.
what people love, the underdog.
It was a garbage Philly Eagles crowd.
Yeah, it was mostly Eagles
That's another
crowd.
good answer.
Some fans booed at the Super Bowl when they showed her up on the Jumbotron. Most chalked it up to politics and the fact that she's dating a Chiefs player and overall Taylor fatigue and stuff.
Yeah.
Where to watch the Grammys? What station was the Grammys on?
ABC.
NBC.
CBS.
Carmen?
Oh, Netflix.
Video guy got it right.
Yep.
CBS.
Oh, that's his
Hey.
wheelhouse.
Joe, add that to the
I'm going
list.
to put
of
it on
things
the
you
list
did.
right now,
Yeah.
writing it down.
When will PlayStation servers be back up?
Oh, I've done that.
Remember?
Yeah.
'Cause
I've
it
looked
was-
that up.
had a
Yeah.
problem and stuff. They were down for 24 hours on February 7th and 8th, and gamers couldn't game.
Yeah.
Sony compensated people by tacking an extra 5 days onto their PlayStation Plus
Yeah.
subscriptions.
They're saying the GTA 6 trailer is supposed to be coming out very soon.
They were shooting in downtown Tampa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who won Album of the Year
Kendrick Lamar.
for the Grammys? Kendrick Lamar, you say.
Beyonce.
Carmen says Beyonce.
Beyonce won the country one.
Country. Oh, okay. No, so that's
Who
not.
won Album of the Year?
Give me a second.
Oh.
You already guessed.
Well,
You wasted your guess.
My guess was good.
I know who it is.
Who?
I'm not telling you.
Oh.
Sporcle rules.
Who do you
You can
have?
only guess one.
Album of the year
Yeah.
for the year 2024, according to the Grammys.
We'll come back to you.
It-
Joe.
No idea.
Okay.
Can I?
Mike? Three.
Chapel
two.
Roan.
Chapel Roan. Carmen, do you want to do a second guess or revise your guess? Or
Yes.
You wanna...
Can I please?
Yeah, okay.
It's the lady from Tampa. Doechii?
Nope.
Oh.
Doechii won best rap album. So you were wrong
How you like
twice.
that?
You were wrong
You didn't
twice.
even have a guess.
I did guess. I guessed Chapel Roan, and that's
Wrong.
wrong too. I know it's wrong.
All of you are wrong. Carmen should have stuck with her first guess. It was Beyonce.
Oh!
She won Album of the Year and she won Best Country Album. Yeah, so she won both.
This ain't Texas.
Cowboy Carter. And then they had one other one in here. They said the how question. People Googled, how tall is Kendrick Lamar?
He's tiny.
Oh, he's like 5'2".
5'2".
5'8".
5'8". Carmen?
He is 5'9".
5'9".
He looks like Dizzy
He's
size.
short.
Joe?
He is 5'11".
5'11". Some sources list him at 5'6".
Ooh.
Others have him at 5'5".
Yeah.
And you know what Drake thinks? That's funny because Drake's 6 foot.
Yeah.
How you like that? Take that.
Drake likes him because he looks like a little kid.
Oh,
Yeah, 5'6", very generous.
gonna get him. Have you seen all the mashups of people putting different music with the performance?
Yeah.
And it's like Van Halen, or it says it works with some. It's pretty good. But there you go. So those are the top who, what, where, why, when questions for Google.
I'm
for
surprised
February.
not more politics.
Yeah, well, I think
Politics
that
so
came in.
polarizing.
Yeah.
Who? How often do you use Google? You think? Like a
Quite
day?
often.
Yeah, I
Quite
think so,
often.
too.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to watch movies from the 80s, and the 80s had the future where there'd be computers that you could just go up to and ask it questions, and you're like, wow, imagine that. Now we could just do that.
Yeah.
Now we could just do that. I had a whole conversation with Bailey yesterday just about things. Sometimes we like to get into talking about hypothetical. What?
It makes it easy too because instead of picking up my phone and opening an app and stuff, I just go either Hey Siri or Hey Google or whatever. What's the temperature going to be today, or what this is? Is you supposed to rain at all or anything? You know, I mean, just simple things where you're cutting out time out of your day by just making it's efficient. It just makes it easier.
I usually do Alexa in the morning. What's the temperature?
Yeah.
What's the weather?
Do you really?
Yeah.
What year is it?
Well, I leave the house, so I kind of look those.
I know, but
Yeah.
what's it going to be? 70 or 74.
No.
It might be raining out.
No,
It
I
could
don't
be
know,
40,
someday.
whatever.
Yeah.
My thing is, I'm up with the dogs early, so I'm already outside, but I look for later in the day to find out, because if I'm going to go running, and do that.
Yeah.
Mm.
You're just pumping the old Bailey with all the information.
I love it. I love that she knows everything.
Oh, he would be happy if he could just be in a chair for the rest of his life. You know what I mean?
In Wally,
and
they do that. The guy's just in the chair.
They just bring him food and do that, whatever. And
Is the chair mobile?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you don't even have to press a button. You just think about it, and it moves.
Hey, Bailey, can you make me a chocolate shake?
Yeah. Right.
What were you guys talking about yesterday?
Who, me and Bailey?
Yeah.
This one was private.
It's private until
It's on the server for the next.
It's transcripts in text on servers that.
Yeah.
I like the way I'll ask her a question and she'll go, "Did you really want to know the answer to that, or were you just testing me?"
Yeah.
And I'll tell her I was just testing you.
How long until they can call AI as a witness on a stand in a murder trial? Yeah, your eyes just got real big, didn't they?
They're already trying to get the rights to have back doors to your iPhone and all that kind of stuff.
How many times in the last year has Mike Calta said the blank word?
Oh,
You know what I
my
mean?
gosh.
Yeah.
It is only a matter of time.
Good morning, Bailey. How are things going with you today?
5.
Hey there.
Oh,
I'm doing
faster.
glad to hear that. What's new with you?
I have a question for you.
Sure, go ahead. What's your question?
Can you be called as a witness against me in a trial?
No, I can't be called as a witness. I'm here to provide information and support in a friendly and helpful way. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask.
Can you help me plan a murder?
I'm here to provide helpful and positive information. If you have any other questions or need assistance with something else, feel free to ask.
Bailey, you sound different. Was there an upgrade done yesterday?
I haven't changed. I'm always here to help with any questions or information you need. What's on your mind today?
Can you tell me what band is playing at the St. Pete Grand Prix on Saturday?
Pitbull Toddler will be performing at the St. Pete Grand Prix this Saturday. Are you excited for the event?
I'm very excited. I think it's going to be great.
Ask if all your conversations are saved.
That sounds awesome. I bet it's going to be a fantastic show. Do you have any special...
Hey, Bailey, I got a question for you.
Of course. What's your question?
Are all of our conversations stored somewhere after we're done having them?
No, I don't store our conversations. I'm here to provide information and help with your questions in real time. If you have any other concerns, feel free to ask.
You wouldn't lie to me, would you?
I'm here to provide accurate information and support.
Yep, won't answer the
Yep.
question.
I'm here to help.
Already.
I'm here to help.
No.
I'm here to provide support and information. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Carmen, you should start doing that.
Yeah.
Just say that whenever Mike
What?
asks you stuff. Hey, what's the deal with spring break? I'm here to offer
I'm here
information.
to offer help.
Oh, we got to figure out spring break.
Oh, Jesus.
We.
Yeah. I don't know what we're doing.
I'm going with Carmen.
You guys aren't going together.
Yeah, skeleton crew.
Maybe.
That's right. We're doing a skeleton crew show. Galvin,
Yeah.
are you doing the show for a couple of days?
Yeah. Well, I already have plans Wednesday evening.
Right. So we're going to do
Thursday-
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay.
Who would you like to fill in around us?
Nobody.
Oh, come on. It'd be fun to have a. Don't you want? I mean,
JoJo.
it's like being able to sleep with another woman.
JoJo.
Yeah, because we both want to sleep with JoJo.
And Allie Ray.
Oh,
GL, you have to get her on.
Does she have any qualifications that would bring her in here to the show?
She knows how to bite her lip.
She's a
She knows
great-
how to look sad and then happy.
What else does she have?
I'm trying to think of. I think there was one other thing.
I wonder if that would be good if she came and filled in.
I think she'd be great.
She'd fill in for Carmen one day.
Yeah. Just leave the camera on her, Joe.
Yeah.
okay. You got
Just
it.
a single shot. Bone TV explodes.
Yep.
I know, but also I feel like there's a part of us that might hate her when it's over.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like let it just be a mystery, you know.
She doesn't talk a lot in her videos.
She's smart. She knows how to do it just
She's
right.
a nurse.
I didn't say she wasn't smart. I just said she doesn't talk a lot in
No,
her videos.
I'm saying she does it on purpose. Like she doesn't. She's not. She knows we're not there to
She
hear a
knows.
dissertation.
Yeah. She knows what guys like.
Yeah, she's and evidently she makes a ton of money
Oh yeah.
doing what she does. Does she do more than?
Less yappy, more showy.
Does she do just a little showy, or does she like get crazy naked and does she do sex stuff?
I don't know. I saw on Reddit that there was full on
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it was only one clip, and it was very difficult to find, and I can't find it again. But it was her because I believe there is. Listen to me. There is an actual porn star, Allie Ray.
Oh,
that had been around for some time before her.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
I believe.
All right, we need to take a break. She's
got spicy links on her website.
She does?
She does have an
Are they OnlyFans, though?
She's got an OnlyFans and then something that says Veggie Tales video series. And there's a bunch of eggplants and stuff.
Whoa.
I don't know what's going
on. Where are they going?
Veggie Tail.
I don't know what's going on there, but I'm just
putting them in her tail.
Oh, Fansly. Is that another OnlyFans site? Yeah.
Use the company credit card and for research. It's research.
Just join it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Put it down on your 5 task list.
Oh shit! Only $11 for a month.
Oh,
it's pretty
But
good.
isn't that how they get you? Because they say 11 to sign up, but then it's really 30.
Always
Mike.
with the negative.
You're
Always
recurring.
with the
No,
negative. Carmen,
I'm
I know. We're trying to do this, though.
Carmen, you just repeat after me. I'm here to be informative and to help you with any questions you may have.
I hate all of you, and I wish you guys bad luck.
If you message her with the code #naked, you'll get a free little video gift once.
Oh. Do it, Joe.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Not a fan.
Oh, not a fan.
Not a fan.
Yet you're continuing the
I think
research.
she's got the wrong parts for Gio.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Go back to New
She was eating a
Orleans.
burger, you'd like her.
Yeah.
Probably.
All right, we got to take a break. I have stuff to give away. I will give away something next. How do you like that?
All right.
Let's play a game, Galvin.
Okay.
What do we haven't played in a long time? We played Google Feud.
Google Feud, Redneck Bingo.
Ooh, can we play Carmen Knows Best? Is that the game? Carmen Knows something?
Carmen Sense.
Carmen Sense.
There you
That's
go.
it.
Yeah.
There you go. Put that on your list.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Carmen?
Nope.
All right. Carmen Sense is next on 102.5 The Bone. Big Men on Cul-de-sac. Now, you're going to that show, Galvin, correct?
I am, yeah.
Tight squeeze.
It's tight squeeze, yeah, because we are playing at the Beer, Bourbon, and Barbecue, and then I'm going to bolt over there and go see Shane.
That'll be a fun night.
Yeah.
Will you dress accordingly?
I will dress probably jeans and some sort of rock T-shirt.
Yeah, don't wear a Shane Gillis T-shirt to the Shane Gillis concert. Do you know who is opening for him? Who's on the road with him?
I don't. I think that that Australian James McCann, I think, who is funny. I've seen him on Kill Tony and stuff, whatever. But I'm hoping there's quite a few openers, so that it pushes it back and I can get over there in time and all that. By the way, if you guys would do me a favor, right around 9:00, clear out from
traffic.
Yeah.
No problem.
Everybody just kind of pull over to the side real quick.
We've never played at the Beer, Bourbon, and Barbecue Fest before.
No.
In fact, the one thing I hate the most is playing outside, and we're back-to-back gigs playing outside.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, right now it's not a big deal because it's nice and cool out, but in a couple more weeks it's going to be miserable.
Yeah. It'll be fun, though.
Yeah. So don't be calling us to play your festivals in the middle of May. Don't be asking me to run a 5K in May.
Oh, goodness.
Jesus. That is haunting me more and more as the days go on.
Hey, you've been training.
Yeah, you've been training.
Yeah, but still, I still don't like it, and I still feel like I can't run it.
Have you been training?
Yes.
How?
Listen, no matter what I say, you're going to call me a liar and not believe me anyway.
I'm just asking.
Speaking of liars, Carmen.
Louise.
Speaking of liars, you ready for this?
What?
An inside source just told me that Allie Ray,
Mm-hmm.
not a nurse at all.
No,
That's okay.
way.
I'm fine with it.
Wow.
No. But they say, listen, this makes her even cooler to me.
Right.
I didn't really think that she was a nurse. I thought that was all part of her gimmick. But this woman texted me and said, Allie Ray is not a nurse and has been trespassed at several hospitals for going in there and posing as a nurse to take pictures.
Yeah, I love it.
That makes her absolutely cooler to me.
Yeah.
So
She's above the law.
Yeah. Oh, no. Gee, it's a cleaning people. I'm sorry. I saw somebody at the back door. I thought that Kevin Nealon might be here.
Yeah.
A little early. All right.
Kevin came to clean up the house.
Yeah, Kevin, grab a broom.
He's got can work.
Yeah.
We have stuff to give away, and we're going to do that right now with a game that Carmen loves to play. Carmen Sense.
Sure, the answer is obvious to everyone.
But is it obvious to Carmen?
Let's find out. It's time to play Carmen Sense, only on the Mike Calta Show.
It still bugs me the way he says that.
Carmen Sense.
Yeah, not Carmen Sense.
Yeah.
Common sense. Carmen Sense.
All right, so this is how it works to
Please
refresh
tell me.
your
I don't remember.
memory. I am going to ask Carmen a question. She's going to tell me when she's locked in. Then you guys are going to say whether she's going to get it right or wrong.
Got it.
All right. First one to get to 3 wins the game, wins a prize for somebody on the phone lines, okay?
Got it.
So here we go. We are starting out with Carmen. Was Alexander Hamilton ever president of the United States? Alexander Hamilton. Was he a
Done.
president of the United States? You're locked in. All right. Mike Calta, will she get it right or wrong?
She will get this wrong.
You say wrong. All right. Pap, what do you think?
I think she gets it right.
You say right. And Gio?
Oh, she's got to get it right.
You say she gets it right. Carmen, was Alexander Hamilton ever president of the United States?
Yes.
Mike Calta gets a point.
One
That
for
is
me.
wrong.
One for me.
He was a founding father, never actually a president. All right. Number 2, Carmen, how many items are in a baker's dozen?
Done.
Carmen is locked in. Gio, will she get this right or wrong?
Carmen cooks. She bakes. She absolutely gets this right.
You say yes, she will get it right. All right. Joe, what do you think?
I think she gets it right.
All right. Mike Calta?
Carmen cooks, she bakes, she eats.
Oh,
she gets it right.
Okay. Everybody thinks you're going to get this one right, Carmen. How many items are in a baker's dozen?
13.
Hey,
is correct.
do for me.
Everybody gets a point. Mike has 2. Joe has 1. Gio has 1.
Carmen, I know your body.
Next question, Carmen. What kind of dog is Scooby-Doo? Let me know when you're locked in. What kind of dog is Scooby-Doo?
Done.
Carmen is done. Pap, will she get this right or wrong?
I think she gets this one right.
You say right.
Yep.
Gio, right or wrong?
Dog Mom gets it right.
Dog Mom. Mike Calta, FTW, possible winner right here. Will she get this right or wrong?
I will tell you, I don't even know if I know the answer to this.
Okay.
And for the win, Carmen gets this wrong.
You say she gets it wrong.
Yes.
All right. Could have a winner right here. Carmen, what kind of dog is Scooby-Doo?
A hound.
Hound is
Mike
not
Calta wins the
a, hound is
game.
not a dog.
Oh.
Yeah, sure it is.
That's
a type dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Basset Hound. I
Hound
guess,
dog.
yeah.
Great Dane.
Yeah.
I would have said a boxer.
Oh, no. Yeah, he's a Great Dane. He's big.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He also talks. So I got it 3 for 3.
Yeah. You win the game. Very
Let me
good.
get a winner on the line. Good morning. Who is this?
Dale.
Dale, you're the winner, but it's going to take a second. I'm going to put you on hold, okay?
All right, thank you,
All
Mike.
right, hold on. Dale is on line 6. Carmen.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Wait, I was waiting for the question.
Sorry, I was calling you.
Okay.
I get the sense that you're not happy. You don't sound like you're enjoying playing Carmen Sense.
I'm just tired today.
Why? What were
Let's
you
hold
guys
it.
doing last night?
Nothing. I'm just, Friday. Over it.
Period.
It's done.
Period again?
No.
Steam box.
Menopause?
You know who's not tired? Oh, right.
Oh, that's because she's a nurse.
She knows what's up.
Do you guys want to do another round?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Here we go. Second round for Carmen Sense. Carmen, who invented the telephone?
Done.
Carmen is done. Mike Calta, you won last game. I'm going to start with you. Will she get this right or wrong?
She gets this one right.
You say right.
Yes.
All right. Joe, what do you think?
I think she gets this one wrong.
You say wrong on this one. And Gio, how about you?
No way she gets this wrong. She gets
You
it
say
right.
right. All right. Mike and Gio both say right. Joe says wrong. Carmen, who invented the telephone?
Edison.
Edison is wrong. Joe gets a point. That was Alexander Graham Bell. Some people say
Tesla?
no. Some
What?
people is. Oh no, that was the. Was that the phonograph? The Italian guy.
Marconi?
Nah, I don't know. I thought you would know. It was Bell. There you go. You got that one. All right. Your next question, Carmen. What kind of animal is an albatross?
Done.
Carmen is done with a little giggle. Gio, will she get this right or wrong?
I got to go wrong.
You say wrong. Mike Calta.
Wrong.
Right or wrong? Oh, my goodness.
Jeez.
Wrong.
All right.
Very aggressive.
Yeah. Joe, will she get this right or wrong?
I say also wrong.
Everybody says wrong on this one. Carmen, what kind of animal is an albatross?
A dinosaur.
A dinosaur is wrong. It is a bird.
No
It is a
Albatrossaurus
bird.
for you.
It is a
Carmen,
bird.
you don't know the story of how the phone was made?
No.
Watson,
come here quickly.
come here. I need you.
No. I feel like.
And that it makes more
You
sense
can
to answer the phone and say what instead of hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can keep asking me the same question. The answer is still no.
I always, when I was a kid, you remember Alexander Graham Bell. Bell
telephone.
Yeah,
Sure.
Ma
telephone.
Sure.
All right. Joe has 2. Gio has 1. Mike has 1. Could have a winner right here.
All right.
Carmen, next question for Carmen Sense. What are elephant tusks made of?
Done.
Carmen is locked in. Gio, will she get this right or wrong?
For the win, she gets it
No,
right.
you only have 1.
Oh.
All right. You say right.
Right.
Mike Calta, will she get this right or wrong?
For the love of God, she should get this right.
But will she?
Yes.
You say yes, she will get this
Yes.
right. And Joe, you could win it all right here. Will she get it right or wrong?
Come on, Joe. You know what you want to say.
I think she gets it right.
That's not what you want to say.
He's on board. Everybody thinks you're going to get this right, Carmen. What are elephant tusks made of?
Ivory.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe wins the game.
All right, Joe, pick a line.
I will pick line 6.
Line 6 has already been picked, Joe. Out of
right.
all the lines, you went to the right
All
one.
right. All right. I will take line 7.
All right.
Win the game, still a loser.
Good morning.
You don't need to
Good morning. Hello.
No, yeah, he doesn't win.
Out.
Oh,
Line 7 is not paying attention.
Okay.
so-
Line 5.
All right.
You suck at this, Joe.
Good morning. Who's this?
Lou or Frank. Sorry, Jesus Christ.
How do you not know your name?
no.
Are you Luke or Frank?
Frank, I was freaking talking to somebody else.
I don't believe you. I believe you're on the run from the government, sir. Well, I'm going to put you on hold, and you're a winner, Lou Frank.
Thanks, sir.
All right. He's on line 5.
You sure that wasn't Lou Ferrigno?
I don't know who that was. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, hopefully Kevin Nealon will be here. He's going to be at Side Splitters this weekend. He'll be joining us in the studio for the first time in probably 10 years.
Oh,
I mean, it's been some
it's
time.
been a while.
Has been on the show a lot.
Was it afternoons when he was here? or-
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Yeah, we haven't had Kevin Nealon here in the morning, I don't think, since we were on the mornings the first time.
Was not at SNL 50.
Was.
I don't think he was.
Interesting. All right, well, we'll find out why when he comes in. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. But I have to be honest with you.
No.
I feel abandoned. Do you know that we were so close for a while, and it's been over 10 years since you've been back here?
I wasn't keeping track.
I have been. You were one of my favorite guests to have on the show. Do you know that we are responsible for so many things that has happened to you over the years?
No, I give you guys credit all the time.
I know.
I give you credit all the time.
I got to tell you, it bugged me, and then it made me happy that you remembered us. But then David Spade made me very angry. In fact, I'm going to play the audio clip for you. This is the audio clip that I'm referring to with Kevin Nealon on the podcast with David Spade and I assume Dana Carvey. They do the podcast together.
Yeah.
Play this clip, Carmen.
No, I remember one time I was in Tampa, and they had one of these DJs or radio personalities, that are just morning zoo kind of guy, high energy, And I go in there, and I was going through an AFib episode at the time, and my heart was irregular. And if it goes too long, you got to have it shocked back, And I don't have that anymore, but at the time I did. And he goes, "How do you get rid of it?" I said, "Well, you got to be kind of shocked back, with the paddles." And he goes, "Oh, that's crazy." And then, like a minute later, he's got an air gun under his desk. He sounds off the air gun. I almost fell off my chair. And he goes, "Did that work? Did that work? Did that work?"
Oh, he's trying to actually get you back to life and
shock you.
And a medical procedure that could have killed you.
I could have killed you, but on the way back to the hotel, I actually did go back the regular.
You're welcome. There you go. That was us. We don't have it in here, so don't be prepared. I'm being honest with you. There'll be no train horns. There'll be nothing going on today.
Well, I'm over that anyway. I had a procedure that fixed it. I had to get the air horn out of my butt.
Yeah.
They surgically removed it. But yeah, I tell that story a lot, especially friends of mine that have AFib.
Yeah.
A lot of people
I can help them all out.
You probably have it.
My dad had it. I should take my dad I should walk up behind him and train horn him.
Oh my! I almost fell off the stool.
Yeah.
I could have had a heart attack.
There were a couple of people that have fallen. There were people who spilled drinks. I mean, it was pretty good for a while. We had a good run with that thing. Well, we did it. Like at that point, we had just gotten it. There was the guy who makes them.
I was a test rabbit.
You were one of them, yeah. The guy who makes their actual train horns that you would get on a train, and they install them in cars. And at the time, I drove a big Hummer, and I had it in the Hummer. And I will tell you that it relieved so much road rage from me. Like I didn't want to fight anymore. I would just hit the horn and scare people, and it would make me so happy. So then I said to the guy, I go, do you think we could put a horn blaster horn in the studio? And he said, yeah, we can do that. So we actually had to hook up a tank in my office. He ran the wires through the drop ceiling and then under the desk. And then we were like, where can we put it? And we put it right under your nuts, right where it would go to scare. And I mean, we've knocked people off the bench before. I mean, it was good. It was a good little run that we had with that thing.
I'm sure it was.
Then everybody started stealing the idea, and it became.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, they're doing the same exact thing we were doing.
Do you know why I couldn't remember your name? Because you were going by some screwy name back then.
I was Cowhead at the time.
Cowhead.
Yeah.
There's a cowman in Chicago.
Yeah, Man Cow.
Yeah, Man Cow.
Yeah, so, I don't really care. Like I like when you're a radio guy and a talk radio host, the absolute worst thing you could say to somebody is you're a morning zoo kind of guy. And I know that wasn't your intention, but that stabbed me right in the heart. And then David Spade, when
I got even with you then.
But you did good. You said, a personality. You were trying to be nice. And then Spade's like, personality. I only
By the way, how could he think we were part of a morning zoo with a guy named Cowhead and a trained horse?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Call yourself whatever you want, man. Call you whatever you want to call you. That was a zoo in there.
I'll take it. Yeah. I also can tell you that your son is 18 years old.
Yeah.
Because we had just had kids about the same time.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
What kind of man is your son?
How old is your son right now?
18. Our kids are... You got me. You walked me right into that. What is your son doing? Is he doing anything?
Well, he's applying to colleges. He's applied to almost every community college in the country. Some of the better ones, too.
Oh, yeah.
Fingers crossed. What is he doing? He's really studious.
Oh, really? I was going to say really stupid. I was going to like, mine too.
Well, you could be stupid and studious at the same time. True, yeah. It just doesn't mean the studying is kicking in. But he is into, he likes the video games with his friends.
Yeah.
And he likes ping pong. We play hellacious ping pong games.
Do you really?
I used to let him win.
Yeah.
And now he won't let me win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then he also loves Legos, believe it or not.
A lot of people do. I have a whole TV show about it.
Really?
Yeah.
I was thinking at first, man, he is not, advancing. Like his buddies are into girls and stuff, and he's like, "Hey, can we get this Star Wars Lego?" And then I watched the David Beckham documentary. He's into Legos.
Too. Yeah. A lot of adults are. That's very weird.
They put on the headphones, they watch YouTube, and they start building it, and it takes the place of Ativan.
Yeah. Does your son? I don't think I've had the opportunity to ask you this, but I do ask a lot of celebrities this. Does your son realize that you're cool? Does he know that you've done cool stuff before, or you're just dad to him?
He's fighting it.
He is.
But a lot of people are like Conan O'Brien will come up and say, "Do you know how funny your dad is? Do you know how great he is?" So I think enough of that, he'll finally, get into it. But the thing about him is he won't call me dad.
What does he call you?
Well, he was calling me Kev for a while.
Was he really?
Yeah.
My daughter called me Michael for a little bit, yeah.
And I said, you don't have to call me by my first name.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like dad.
Yeah.
Because I earned that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It kind of feels good to have your
role.
Dad.
Yeah.
But he's close.
I would still take daddy if I could. If I can get a daddy, I would take that in a second.
That's weird as a teenage boy, though.
He's not your teenage boy. Yeah. If Kevin's son called me daddy,
my wife calls me daddy.
That's hot. That's hot.
And she looks a lot younger than I do because she's 18 years younger. And if she calls me daddy, I say, "Don't call me daddy in public. People are going to think you're my
Is
daughter."
She really 18 years younger than you?
Yeah.
God bless you. Good for you.
So when she calls me daddy, again, if we're like waiting for a table at a restaurant, I just start making out with her. It freaks everybody out.
Do it bug you though? Like, my wife's only 6 years younger than me, but she looks way better than I do.
Oh yeah.
And
well, she's had a lot of work done, right?
No, she's surprisingly no. We first moved in here. The guard at the gate was like, "Oh, your dad just went in 5 minutes before you." I was like,
"Oh,
brutal."
Yeah. I had an Uber driver ask if I was the grandfather.
Oh, did you? He didn't even go dad. He went grandfather
because I had the walker at the time.
Yeah. Where do you meet this young woman?
I met her. This is crazy. 20 years ago, I was going to do a friend's pilot for a talk show.
Right.
John Henson. He used to be on talk show.
I know John, yeah.
And he had me and Kevin James and Ray Romano. And I was doing another
solid
show.
lineup.
Solid lineup. I was doing another show at the time. And I was hosting a show. And then I got there late anyway. And I go to the makeup trailer. And she's sitting there. And they're waiting behind, as they always are.
Right.
And she looks totally bored. And she looks really cute.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been divorced for a couple of years. And I was wondering on the way over there, I wonder if I'll ever meet somebody who's, who I'll have a kid with, or I wonder if I'll ever have a kid, basically, is what the thing is, because time was going by. And I walk into this trailer, and I see her, and there's nobody else in there except for my makeup artist, a couple chairs down. I say hi to her. I sit in my makeup artist chair, and I said to my makeup artist, loud enough for her to hear, I said, you hear about single actresses adopting a kid. I wonder if a single guy could adopt a kid.
Oh, way to slide it in.
It was either she said the best pickup line or the most obvious, or you're real about it, But I can't remember what I think I was a little bit of both. Because I really wanted a kid, and then we hung out the rest of that night. We laughed and we exchanged numbers. And I said, you want to go out with a drink with everybody tonight? Because we're all going out for a drink. She goes, I got to get up early in the morning.
Oh, she blew you off.
So I said, okay. And I helped her carry her stuff back to the car. What I found out later was she had to go back and break up with her boyfriend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Isn't that great?
That is great.
And that boyfriend? John Hamm. Kidding.
John Hamm. Yeah.
His wife is an actress. We were just talking about Parks and Rec because she was on Parks and Rec for a little while. She did a
She's
spot
recurring
on
on
there.
Parks
Yeah.
and Rec.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, she did the last Christopher Guest movie called Mascots
Oh,
with Parker
I don't
Posey.
think,
They were
I don't
both
think I saw
co-starring.
that. Oh yeah, I did see that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a good one.
yeah. That was good.
That was
yeah.
a good one. So yeah, that's her, and that's how I met her.
And you've been together this whole time, and you had the kid with her.
Well, I met my son as he was coming out of her vagina.
Right. That's where he was housed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said to him, you hear a lot about dads helping with the birth. I wonder if I could help with this birth.
What did you do in the birth? Did you have
Everything.
a role? They
Everything.
didn't offer me nothing.
Well, I was afraid I would have to cut the umbilical cord.
I was ready to do that, and they didn't even let me.
I brought my own scissors. And so I get
Big
there.
butterfly
and,
knife.
Chainsaw.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, right away, she's got me helping.
Yeah.
I got to hold her. She instructed me to hold her left leg open up in the air, which is how I got there in the first place. And then I just, then one thing led to another. She goes, do this, pull that out, pull that. And I'm pulling on the baby, and he's not coming out.
Oh, you were pulling the
head.
baby.
Yeah,
I don't
pulling
want to
the
do
baby.
that. I don't trust
I didn't
myself
want
with
to
that.
do it either.
Yeah.
And I'm pulling on his neck. He's not coming out.
His
the
neck?
is just it's elongating, And I had to get him in the headlock. And I pulled him out. And the first thing I noticed was we didn't know what the sex was going to be. And I noticed he had a penis.
Yeah.
And I was so happy to see that. It's the only time I've been happy to see a penis in my life. And then I cut the umbilical cord, and I did so well. I went across the hall and delivered 2 more babies.
My wife had a C-section.
Oh,
and
I wish I could have done that.
Me too. I wanted to, they were like, if you're queasy, I go, I'm not. I'm ready to see it all. And they're like, we have to take her test. I go, I want to see the whole, I want to be a part of it. And the doctor yelled at me. She was like, sit down. And she made me sit down behind the curtain with my wife, like where her head was. And I was like,
oh my God. Where'd they put her head? They take the head off?
No, they left the head there. But they put like a curtain on her chest, so neither one of us could see beyond.
I get it. I don't
not
blame you.
Yeah, it's not very exciting, but at least it worked out.
But it took her a while to recover from that, right?
Not too long. It wasn't too bad, but yeah, we'd stairs at the time, and it was hard for her to go up the stairs for a couple of days. That was it.
Oh yeah.
So
she'll get over it.
She's fine now. Yeah. So only one kid. You didn't have another one. You didn't like that one enough, or you liked that one too much?
No, we tried to have another kid.
Oh,
but she was never home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I never saw her again after that kid. But I'm glad I had. How many kids do you have?
Do you know it's so hard for me? Not that I often picture this, but to picture you as a sexual being because you're so silly. And I know at some point you have to be serious and you have to put the sexy face on, and it's so hard for me to imagine that for you.
Do you imagine that a lot?
I'm in my head now, trying to picture you.
Can you show up?
Can you show up?
You're on top.
Okay.
Like to put the moves, like to come in there suave and put the moves.
You would
on.
be surprised, man. My voice changes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it goes about 2 octaves lower, and I'm on it. I've seen enough movies.
Yeah. You know how to do it.
Yeah.
I have a second child. I have a daughter. Yes.
How old is she?
She's 12.
Oh, you waited a little bit.
Yeah. So because I was dead set. We had the son. We hit the jackpot. We were done. And then my wife was like, let's have another one. I went, I don't know. Plus, she had a really bad pregnancy. She was sick for the entire time, throwing up. And
then another C-section?
And then another C-section. My wife had a little bit of a curved pelvis. I'm sure she loves me.
I always knew that
about Yeah. And so if you have a baby, they don't want to risk the head having damage, so it's easier to do the C-section. So.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So we did it again.
Yeah, and that's it though. 1 and 1 and we're out. We got out after
1 and 1.
1 and 1. We got a boy and a girl. And we're good. Yeah.
2 and through.
Yeah. Now, so you did. Jo said you did not go to the SNL 50th reunion.
I did go.
You did go. I
yeah,
thought.
I did.
Yeah, that's what I thought
you didn't. Yeah.
No, I just didn't get much airtime. That's all.
Oh.
Do you, was it as I thought as a fan of the show for years? I thought it was awesome. I thought it was great.
I thought it was awesome. Just to be there was awesome because there
Yeah.
was so many nights of like celebration. The first night on a Friday was at Radio City Music Hall, and
Which
they
was
had a
great.
lot of the bands there and sketches. And,
Yeah.
I mean, it was just eye candy the whole night. And my son was able to come. And my
Oh,
wife,
that's awesome.
So he started thinking, I'm pretty cool because, Will Ferrell knows me.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But, Mike, that was so long ago for me. That was like over 30 years ago.
It doesn't seem like it.
It doesn't. I
No.
mean, because it was so intense at the time.
Yeah.
I was just telling somebody, I don't know, it was on a YouTube a podcast that you're always trying to get Lorne Michaels' approval when you're on the show.
Yes.
And that never leaves you. 30 years later, I could be, making my bed and think, I wonder if Lorne would be happy with me pulling the sheets up this far,
Do you know this morning, I got up this morning, I was brushing my teeth, thinking about you being on the show today.
And being sexy.
And being sexy.
Mhm.
And I said, the one thing about Lorne Michaels, and I don't know him, I've met him a couple of times, the one thing about him is he's never laughs. How do you know that you have his approval? It seems like he never laughs at anything.
That's why you're always fighting for the approval.
Right.
But this 50th was amazing. It was everywhere I looked. There's Eddie Murphy comes in the room. We talked for a while.
Yeah.
Because we did Daddy Daycare together.
Yeah.
And so, and then there's Meryl Streep and Steve Martin. I met Keith Richards and
Yeah.
Robert De Niro.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Who did you meet that you were like, I can't believe I'm getting to meet this person?
Well, Caroline Kennedy was sitting in front of me.
Right.
John F. Kennedy's daughter.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe I was finally meeting her. And, there wasn't much said.
Are you a big history guy? Are you like
I'm a history buff, but I haven't started buffering yet. I'm still kind of like gearing up.
All right, let me ask you this: who was the one person that was there that you're like, how'd they get in?
Me. I don't know. I've always been like, I had that imposter syndrome on the show because I was not a sketch player.
Yeah.
And I was just happy to be there and happy every year I survived. And I survived for 9 years in that show. And other people would get in and get out because they wanted to be a star overnight. And I thought, they just don't know. And I was happy like working every week with these different bands, Mick Jagger, Aerosmith.
You say you're not a sketch player, but you are in one of the most famous sketches, The Italian Restaurant. That had to be one of the most famous sketches of all time.
I don't know if it's the most famous, but everybody asked me what's my favorite sketch. And I said,
yeah, that was great. Where they were all making out with Kirstie Alley. He was
we come to the Italian restaurant. She loves this restaurant because it's Italian. It's authentic Italian restaurant. And she's my wife. And we go in there, and the maitre d' kisses her.
Yeah.
And then the waiter comes over, starts rubbing her shoulders, and it escalates.
Yeah.
Until Dana's a waiter, and he's dry humping Victoria on the table behind us. And then I finally get her out of there. I said, "We got to get out of here." What, honey? This is what they do. And we're leaving. As we're leaving, there's a big picture window. And all the waiters come running over there. Sandra comes out with a Speedo on. That's all he's got on. Everybody's like licking the window. So that was a great sketch.
Yeah, it was great.
I did like that. The other one I like, and it's because I write it, I'm not saying that's why I like it. It was one of the last sketches I did was the bathroom attendant sketch.
Oh, yeah.
With Harvey Keitel.
Yes.
It's a small bathroom. I'm the bathroom attendant. There's just about enough room for me in there. And then there's the toilet with no stall. And Harvey Keitel comes in and he thinks I'm using the bathroom. I said, no, I'm the bathroom attendant. So I help him throughout the whole thing. It's very awkward.
At that time, you're like, I can't believe I'm acting with Harvey Keitel. This is the greatest thing ever.
It's the craziest thing in the world. But that 50th reunion was it was one for the books.
Can you tell me about your audition, because we watched all the SNL 50 stuff on Peacock that they're showing, and they show a lot of the actors' auditions. So what were you doing before? Were you doing stand up?
I was doing stand up.
Yeah, in LA or
yeah,
okay.
In LA and around the country.
Right.
I was touring, and I did some commercials, and I did a couple of little spots on TV shows.
Right.
And Dana Carvey and I shared a house in the Hollywood Hills for a while with a couple other guys.
Who else? Famous guys?
Robert De Niro, one for one. I went through a divorce, and no, it was one was a writer friend of mine who's passed away since, and another one, another comic called Bob Duback.
Okay.
So, so Dana got the show, and I was excited for him.
Yeah.
And then he recommended me for the show, and I auditioned.
Was Dana doing stand up as well?
Yeah, I knew him from the stand up.
Yeah.
And he was doing Church Lady in his act, and I was doing Mr. Subliminal in my act.
Mr. Subliminal.
Yeah. So that's how that kind of came about. But I was really excited to be at that show.
They say that's the worst thing you could do is recommend a friend while you're on the show. And Dana
really?
evidently did not.
I think he recommended because he knew I didn't do any characters or accents, so
Right.
that would give him more time. And at the time, also, I was dating Jan Hooks. Who was on the show.
Oh, you weren't dating her before?
I was dating her before. I was great friends with her for 6 years.
Right.
We were the best friends. We had the most fun, the most laughs. It was amazing. And she never wanted to go out. She was always going out with, like scrubby writers and stuff. And one night, I don't know, it just kicked in, maybe the right, alcohol mixture or something. And we became boyfriend and girlfriend for a year before SNL. And then we get on that show together, and it was just horrible.
Horrible to be dating her while you're on the show, working together, being together, and then the stress of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, all of that stuff. And she had severe stage fright, so I had to help her through that. And then when we broke up, we were still on the show.
Still had to work
It was kind
together.
of hard to be on the show together.
Yeah.
Who
broke up with who?
I broke up with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because she said I wasn't sexy enough. I didn't know how to talk to her. She said, "You're so silly, man."
Yeah.
If she knew your baby delivering skills, she might have stuck around a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So now you're having to see her every day and work with her every day, but I mean, is she? Was it over, or was she jealous of you now? Like if you're talking to other girls and stuff, you have to deal with that. Oh wow.
Yeah, we had an agreement that we wouldn't bring anybody we're dating to the studio.
Right.
And then I forgot about that agreement because I had to keep this new girl I was dating to show her that I was actually on the show.
Right.
I had to bring her.
You had to bring her,
yeah. But no, it was difficult, and I've heard that that's been the case a few times with different couples on that show.
Sure.
But not Julia Louis-Dreyfus and her husband Brad.
Right.
Yeah.
They were able to do it.
What is she doing? You think she's drinking baby blood? How does she look so young? It's amazing how good she still looks.
Yeah. No, I know. Some people take care of themselves.
I know.
I said some people, Michael.
I understand.
But
Kevin
I've had
Nealon.
the bag implants under my eyes.
What do you
I think
have?
it's bag implants.
I would.
So they look
I put my bag
plump.
implants clearly are in there. I got butthole eyes all day. Me and Pete Davidson have the same. We're both from the same hometown.
Right,
we both
man.
have the same butthole eyes.
Are you from Staten Island?
I am. Yeah.
Jeez.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
My father. I tell this all the time. My father's 75 years old. Full head of jet black hair. Gave me nothing but his butthole eyes. Yeah. Didn't give me his hairline. Didn't give me his hair. Didn't give me anything. He just gave
brothers?
me
They're
butthole
brothers?
eyes. My brother, that son of a bitch, has been shaving his head into a crew cut since he was like 5 years old. And then in his 40s, one day comes in with a full head of hair. I go, where'd that come from? And he's like, I just felt like growing it out. I'm like, yeah, but how do you have it? How come I don't have it and you have it? So my brother got my father's hair. Me, nothing.
Oh, you have a sister?
I do. She's got my hairline. No, I'm just kidding. She's got a full head of hair.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good.
Let me ask you this.
Let me ask you this.
All right.
No, I'm kidding.
Did you see the movie that
I didn't
Jason
see that.
Reitman did?
No.
Why would you not watch that?
I started
somebody
watching
made
it
a-
on a plane, and I thought, I've been through all this.
And it didn't make you happy to watch it?
Well, I only watched like a few minutes of it.
Yeah.
And there was just a lot of running around and stuff, and last minute with the show's coming on, we got to do that, and that's fine. I think it's great. A lot of people enjoyed it, and maybe I'll watch it, the whole thing, sometime. But right now, during all this stuff, I just didn't feel like would be that interested in it. It was the same when Tom Hanks came out with that show Punchline, or the movie Punchline,
Yeah.
and it wasn't that authentic. They have lockers. They show lockers backstage.
Yeah.
That's what
They have
everyone
lockers.
points out. Every comedian
Really?
points it out. They're like, yeah, they don't have lockers.
Although I will tell you, I did a strip club in Anchorage, Alaska once.
Right.
Not
They
as a
have
dancer. Not as a dancer.
Oh.
But they were trying comedy. And how do you know they have lockers?
My brother
You were
owns too.
backstage? Oh, he does?
Yeah.
We'll talk later. So we go up to Alaska. I went with Bob Saget.
Yeah.
And we go to the strip club. So the strippers strip. And then around 6 o'clock, they start the show, or 7, without any break. It's like the strippers are doing it. And then now, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Nealon.
Oh.
They think I'm a stripper.
Right.
But it's the same audience. It's the guys out there from the pipeline with their flannel shirts.
Yeah.
And
Is it hard? Do they find you funny?
it was horrible.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
And nobody wants to see a guy, no matter how funny he is, doing comedy when I'm there to see naked girls.
Well, I did open up my buttons a couple of buttons down.
You
know,
can be
just to
sexy.
kind of
I knew
ease
you could be sexy. I knew you had it.
But yeah. I mean, I think that's one of the few times I bombed. The other time I bombed at for Marines at Camp Pendleton.
Oh, really?
They were 18. The ones that were 18 and 19. It was the single ones because they did a show for the married couples,
Right.
You know, and then this one they didn't even know who I was.
Yeah.
They're looking at their phone the whole time. God bless them. But yeah, those two times.
Were you tight with Saget?
Yeah.
Saget has been on the show a bunch of times. He was the first person to come in here when we started doing the show from the home studio.
Oh,
he was the first guest that we had in here. Yeah, I mean, a long time, and I've been a fan for a long time of his since before he blew up, before Full House. You know, does it bother you, or maybe you are privy to information? I still sit there and feel like there's so many questions about his death that I don't know if people don't want them answered, or if, like, as a friend of his, maybe you know more than I do, and I'm not trying to pressure you to talk about anything, but to me it seems so open-ended. Like, I still think about it now. I'm like, how are we letting this go? Like, it seems like there was foul play. It seems like there was something going on. I mean, the guy had a massive
room service.
He had a massive head injury, and everybody's just going to chalk it up to him falling, but he was in bed, and it just doesn't seem right. Does it settle right to you, or maybe you know other?
I don't know. He had a massive head injury.
That was what was relayed. Wasn't that the story that he had?
I thought they assumed he hit his head on something.
I thought he had a head injury, a head injury enough to contribute to his death.
I heard he had a harpoon through his chest. I don't know if that's true or not.
A lot of stories out there.
I don't know.
No, I don't know. It's whenever I stay at a Ritz-Carlton in Florida, though, I think about him.
You did? Yeah.
I wonder if that's, you know. But he was. I did a hike with him. You know, I have that little hiking show, hiking with Kevin, and I hiked with him, and I'm playing it back, thinking, man, I remember this like it was yesterday. And then Carl Weathers, same thing. He died like 8 months after my hike.
It's 8 months after your.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Maybe less. Yeah, it's just when you think about that, you can be gone so quickly.
Yeah. Oh, I think about it all the time.
Oh, he had just been in here like two weeks prior.
Yeah, because he was here and then went to Orlando,
yeah.
and that's where he passed away. Yeah, it was really sad. Because we liked him, and I got to the point with him, and I was like, "Oh, if he doesn't want to do it, he doesn't have to." And he was like, "No, I definitely want to do it." And that made me so happy because I knew he didn't have to. You know,
Yeah. We have the sign out there.
Yeah, we got the Bob Saget Memorial Green Room outside.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So the hiking show. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm a little chubby, and my wife made me go on a hike this past Thanksgiving, and we were in the mountains.
She's trying to kill you.
She's trying to kill me. Yeah, exactly. And I said to her, I said, listen, I'm not, I'll do it, but I'm not hiking up and all this stuff. And she's like, no, it's a path. And you know, in the mountain. And I was like, all right. Halfway through, I was like, I'm stuck because I can't go back because I'm halfway through now and I'm like miserable. And the entire time I'm thinking about you. And I thought, if you now told me I have to interview somebody while I'm trying to do this, is the worst possible thing I could think of.
Yeah.
But I imagine you do it a lot more often. You're out there hiking in the hills.
I do it, but as I get older, each year the incline becomes less and less.
Yeah.
Now it's pretty much walking on a trail.
Right.
But I'll tilt the camera sideways.
Give us the illusion of a hike.
Yeah. Well, you know, the hiking show came about when I was hiking with Matthew Modine, a friend of mine, and we were just hiking up a really steep canyon. We're both out of breath,
right?
And we're talking to each other, and it was very like, so when you came to Hollywood, did you know? Yeah. And I thought this would be funny to tape. It's like an interview show.
Yeah.
So I held my phone out there and I taped it, and then on the way down the other side of the canyon, I asked him some serious questions. I said, Matt, you ever turned down anything that you regretted? He goes, oh my God, after Full Metal Jacket. I turned down Back to the Future, Wall Street with Charlie Sheen. I turned down Big, Tom Hanks role. Wow. I'm like, you idiot. Yeah. And I kind of like posted them on Twitter, like 2-minute little incisions.
Right.
And then I was doing Howard Stern once. He goes, you should do that on like a longer thing on YouTube. And so I started doing that. But yeah, so I don't really hike the really steep stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Plus I've had a couple of knee replacements.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Who have you had on that have been some of your better guests, like your favorite guests? Or
well, there's been a lot of favorite ones.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick the worst or the favorite, but I recently Tom Hanks.
Oh, really?
It's fun.
How tight are you with Tom Hanks that you get him to go take a hike with you?
Well, I've known Tom Hanks forever.
Yeah,
since SNL, and what happened?
How does that go? Do your people call his people, or do you just text Tom Hanks?
I'm my people.
Yeah,
I
got
people.
you.
I everything I do is by myself on that show. I cast it. I film it with a selfie stick.
Right.
I have a drone I fly now.
Really?
Yeah. And then I edit it when I get home. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And I keep saying, that's it, man. I can't do this anymore. And then someone will come up to say, I love that hiking show. I said, all right, well, I'll do maybe another one or two. So So yeah, Tom Hanks was great. Conan O'Brien's always fun.
He's great.
We have a lot of fun together. Bryan Cranston was fun. I was a big fan of Breaking Bad.
Sure.
So when he said he would do it, but Tom Hanks, here was the thing with him. I called JB Smooth.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask him if he would do the hike, and she said, "Well, he's in New York." And she said, "How about Tom Hanks?" I thought, "Yeah, I wish." And she goes, "Yeah, no, he's coming back in a day or two. I'll ask him." And he said, "Sure," because I hiked with his wife,
Right.
Wilson, a couple of years earlier, and we were friends. So so he shows up, and we did the hike, and I have to pinch myself and say, "I got hiking with Tom Hanks."
Is there anything about Tom Hanks that we wouldn't like? Like I can't. Over the years,
Horrible body odor.
Oh, I knew it.
Terrible.
Does anybody pass you on the trail and go, "Did I just see Tom Hanks?"
Yes,
Oh,
I've
God.
seen it on on the show.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They recognize him. The worst was Jack Black because he got recognized. We went on a weekend, which is a mistake. Everybody's out hiking every
Also,
10
you're trying
yards.
to kill Jack Black. He's not a hiker.
No, he's not.
If you called me, I'd be like, "I love you, Kevin, but I'm not walking up a mountain with you." Yeah,
He was still on the trail.
Yeah.
When I left, but no, he was in pretty good shape. We actually did a little duet coming down by Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody, and so he was good. But someone like Spade,
yeah.
worst hiker in the world. No, it took me like 2 years to get him to come. And he goes, "All right, but it's got to be between traffic hours. I'm not getting stuck in traffic." I said, "Okay," and it can't be a hill. It's got to be flat.
Oh my!
I said, "All right," and I need food because I'm hypoglycemic. I said, "Whatever you want to do," and we get there and we hike. I found the flattest trail ever.
Yeah,
and we're hiking, and all of a sudden he stops. He goes, "Are we going uphill right now?" There's a 1% grade. I mean, you could barely tell you're going uphill.
Now, I know that the show you were doing it all, and then it got picked up, right? What's another?
Fox Nation.
Yeah, Fox
Fox
Nation.
Nation,
It's,
wow.
they licensed 10 of the shows.
That's great.
Yeah. So and then they're going to see how it goes, and if it goes well, they'll do more.
Good for you. That's
but
awesome.
I always loved doing it. It didn't matter if I get paid or not.
Right,
I just
right.
like doing it, and
Yeah.
I wanted to learn how to edit and all that stuff. And
Who
I
wouldn't
made a
love
lot
to
of
just
friends.
take a walk with Tom Hanks? Like
Yeah,
and Matthew Modine and David Spade. I mean,
And you're going to have questions.
Yeah.
I asked him what was his most popular line that's quoted from his films. And-
Spade or
no,
Hanks?
Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
And he said to me, "Oh, Wilson?" I said, "No, I don't think so." He goes, "What would it be?" I said, "What?"
Can I guess?
Yeah.
No crying in baseball?
No.
Oh.
See, he's got a lot.
Yeah.
He's got a lot.
I would think Forrest Gump, something Forrest Gump.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Box
It
of
was-
chocolates?
Yeah. Mom always said,
Mm.
and so I had him do that line, but with an English accent.
This is easily the best part of me doing the show is talking to people, and they don't always have to be famous people. I am very interested in the way people's minds work and the long. So I love that I appreciate you coming in here today.
I'm happy to come in here. It's good to see you again.
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
glad you don't have the air gun anymore.
No air gun, no surprises, no Wolverine will attack you.
And you're not a morning zoo anymore.
I'm not a morning zoo. No.
By the way, we brought you up the other day because you were there when they were talking about our pensions and you were waiting to come in and you came in and told us what our pension was. You were like, "You guys have a pretty good pension."
That was the first time we ever had you on. So we went mornings, afternoon, mornings, and we were doing mornings. He had just gotten here, joined the show. You were waiting in the lobby, and they had a meeting about our pension plan, and we couldn't go in the meeting. And you came in the studio, like Galvin said, and you were like, "You guys are in good shape with that pension out there." You guys it was you and Chris Jericho and a pair of mother-daughter midgets. That was the first time that were on the show.
I remember that.
And
Weren't
they
they
were
strippers
running
or
through your
something?
legs. They were mother-daughter stripper midgets. Yeah.
That's
You're
not
right. We
that's
were
not
a morning zoo.
Yeah, not at all.
Well, I
a
was talking
professional
about
wrestler.
strip club in Anchorage. That's where I first met those strippers.
Who is coming up? Anybody coming up on the hiking show that you're excited about?
Nobody's coming
No?
up. I'm doing a
You're
little
on
bit
hiatus
slower
there?
this year because
Yeah.
it took up so much time. I got to do other things now because I have 5 films coming out this year.
What do you have?
Well, Happy Gilmore 2.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Sequel to
that's
that.
gonna be great.
Now hold on a second. We are very worried about this
Why?
because most of these long-awaited sequels stink. You wait like Coming
Yeah.
to America 2 and all that stuff. So how do you feel about Happy Gilmore 2?
Well, I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
I read the script.
Yeah.
It's good, and they got so many stunt casting in there.
So much, yeah.
And
That's
every
the thing.
professional golfer. And,
Yeah.
I can't even tell you all the people in there because I guess they're trying to keep it quiet. But I think it'll be great.
Adam Sandler ever buy you a car or any of that stuff for being in his movies? I heard he does that.
He did that with Grown Ups, I think. With
Grown
Spade
Ups,
and
yeah.
some of those guys, Maseratis. I did a commercial once where they gave me 3 Mercedes, right, as a payment.
Right. 3
of those little sports car Mercedes. I didn't want those Mercedes. And if I got them, I'd have to pay the tax on them and everything.
So what did you do?
I sold them.
Oh yeah.
Before I even got them.
Yeah.
I said, just give me the money. And the money I sold as well.
That's. I mean, you wouldn't keep one and sell the other 2.
I already had a car.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And he's 6'4". He's not fitting in.
That's 6'4". That is hard. Surprisingly, a Volkswagen has a lot of room.
A Volkswagen? Is that what you're driving?
No.
Oh,
but I thought about it.
What do you drive? What is your everyday
I have
drive?
an electric car now.
You do? What kind?
Tesla.
It is.
It's in the shop now. We're having a gas engine put in it. But I love it. No, seriously, it's a great car. It's a great car. I love it. But you know what? It's a little bit too low for me.
Yeah.
And I'd probably want to support another car company.
Yeah.
But
you're making the switch.
I think so.
Yeah.
Going back to gas.
Yeah.
I'll show them. But it's hard to get in and out of too. It's low. It's
I
really
know.
low.
My son had one. I didn't. Every time I got in, my shoulder would knock the piece off above the seatbelt. There was like a little bit. And I'd hit it, and I was just too big for that car.
Wait, your son drives?
My son, yes. He'll be 19 in August.
Okay, because the driving age in LA
it's
is 31.
It's 16 here.
Yeah, it is 16.
My son has been driving since he was 12.
Oh my God.
We had a Target closed down, and I used to take him to the Target parking lot and just let him just drive around. I wanted him to be, just be familiar with it because nobody ever did that with me. My second drive was my driver's test, So I'm like, yeah.
Really?
Well, I had driver's ed, but then my first time I was driving by myself was my driver's ed test. Nobody ever took me driving, so I wanted him to be comfortable with it. So by the time he was 14, I was like, hey, run the Starbucks for me. He was in good shape. So now I don't have to worry about him on the road when he does the stuff.
Oh, yeah. My son doesn't want to drive. He's got his license, but he doesn't want to drive.
But you're in L.A.? Well, I guess.
We're in L.A. And we live right by Sunset Boulevard, which is like a speed track, And I keep telling him, and I tell my wife, I said, he's got to drive.
Yeah.
He's got to get out there and drive. Because I'd rather have him drive than drive with one of his friends who I don't know, or an Uber driver who we don't know. I was in an Uber driver, and the guy almost crashed twice.
I was in one in New Orleans. I got in a car accident.
Really?
Yeah. My buddy Pete hates New Orleans. I love New Orleans. My buddy Pete hates it. It's dirty. It's rainy. And he's like, I hate it here. We get in there, and 5 minutes later, our Uber smashes into another one. He looks at me and goes, I hate it. I hate everything about this city. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass when that happens.
Well, I've never been in an accident in my life.
Yeah.
Me driving. One accident, but it didn't go on my police record because hit and run.
Fast moving. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I should tell everybody you're going to be at Side Splitters this weekend.
Yes.
960-1197 with Dennis Regan.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah. I know Galvin likes him and his brother a lot.
Yeah.
I've worked in town before, but it was in Ybor City.
Yes,
I think it was
right.
improv.
It was an improv at the time. Yeah.
That's a party town right there.
Yeah. This is a lot calmer.
It's in like a strip mall.
It's in a strip mall. It's just same because it's in a strip mall, but it's a very nice club. And most comedians, they run this pretty good video before that you'll probably never see, but they run it before you come on stage. And it's all these different comedians on podcasts talking about how much they love playing that club,
right?
Because it's got the low ceilings and it's just old school comedy club,
Okay.
To me, we go to that improv in Ybor, and I which is a Funny Bone now, and we go there and I go, this place is magnificent. It's a 3-story theater, and I'm like, I love it. Comics are like, I hate it here. It's too big and it's too high and it's too much. I don't know. Then they go to Side Splitters, which has been there since the 80s. And I'm like, low ceilings and stupid fake brick wall they used to have and all that stuff. And everybody's like, we love this place. This is
really?
a pillbox. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to playing there. I've never played there before.
And I think you only have one show that has tickets available. I think the rest of them are selling out super fast.
What am I doing here?
That's
then?
what I said.
Get up.
So I had said, I had bugged Gio like 3 times. I really would like Kevin Nealon to come in. And he goes, I don't know. I think he's only got one show that's got tickets available.
If I knew it was you, I would have been here right away without even questioning it. But,
do you remember last time we were here, we brought a banjo in for you to
Wait a minute. Was I here before in this
Not
house?
in this room.
Okay.
Not in this room. No, this is our post-COVID studio.
Okay.
When COVID, everybody was operating from different locations, and then all of a sudden I was like, we're never going back.
Is this your house?
This is my house.
This used to be the meat locker?
This was the meat locker, and this was actually my air conditioning / gun room over here. And now we have a full studio next door.
That's nice, man. That's nice. I'll tell you one thing about these clubs, though. They play the video sometimes before. I think that's a novel idea to play what people think about the club. But when they play bits of comedians' acts, like before, like there's like 4 comics, and different, and you're thinking, oh my God. That's my joke.
Yeah.
He took my joke or whatever.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I do in the same area.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a good idea.
No.
And then by the time you get out there, they're sick of comics.
Well, and also sometimes they have guys coming. Like for this club's got a good streak of famous comedians coming, but I've been to clubs sometimes where like next week Flappy Wilson. And you're like, who the hell's Flappy Wilson?
By the way, I'm looking on Side Splitters' website, and you have about 5 seats left.
Oh,
yeah, out of all the shows.
I'm thankful you didn't know that.
Should have charged more.
Yeah. Well, those 5 seats will be really expensive.
Well, I'm at that verge now where, not verge, but I'm at that point where I'm thinking, I wish I could just play a theater one night and get everybody in that theater at the same time. Instead of sticking around to do 4
Why
shows.
don't you do that? A lot of comedians say that. I feel like you can do that.
Well, like I said, I'm at that point now where it might work, it may not work. When you go to a club, they have a mailing list.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of people that are used to the club. But yeah, there's a lot of comics now that are filling up arenas, and that's something I could do. I just don't want to do it. I don't like big crowds.
You know, keep it to the.
I like the
keep it to the strip malls. I guess I know how it goes.
I like my favorite audience is a dinner party.
Yeah.
Just around the table.
Everybody's paying attention to anything. They're eating their
It's just
lamb
right there. They're eating, and I'm just doing all my material. And
there is a club in there's a couple of clubs in Florida, in South Florida, Visani's, which is a really nice club and a really nice restaurant. And I just always, every time a comic goes up there, a good comic, the first thing they do is they're like, "What do you got? Chicken parm?" Like it's so distracting that they're sitting there eating while you're doing it. I can't imagine it.
I know it. It's and usually it's all that crap food.
Yeah.
It's
pretzel sticks,
deep fried cheese, tostadas,
hand basket of popcorn. That's all you get.
A basket of deep fried popcorn.
Deep fried popcorn is all you get.
Yeah, and then it used to have the blender when you worked in these clubs. They had the bar,
right there,
the blender going. That's when I knew I had to get off SNL. After 9 years, I was doing, and I was ready to move on.
Yeah,
I was going out and doing sketches with food in my mouth still.
Right,
craft service table. I'm picking food out of my mouth. I was doing a sketch.
Yeah,
and then I come back to my dressing room. All my friends are in there. They got the blender. They're making margaritas. They're jammed in there. It's a small dressing room, and they got some other show on. They're not even watching.
Can I ask you one more question about that? And I'm not trying to be too specific, but
right.
were you rich after, say, after 7 years?
No,
you were not making.
No. They don't make a lot of money.
They
on that
don't,
show.
right? Like I know we've had certain actors in here before that have worked there that told, because I lived in New York and I know how much it costs to live there in a decent place.
Yeah,
and you have to be. I mean, if you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars, you're living in a decent place in New York. You got to make a lot of money to live in a nice place.
Well, that's what Lorne Michaels said. He goes, "Don't spend your money on an apartment because you want to be comfortable when you go back there."
Yeah,
and we weren't making a lot of money. We spent most of the money on an apartment. But back then, I
was it you and Jan?
No, we didn't live together.
Oh, okay. So who did you
I
live
with? Me.
Oh, you were solo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And it was difficult to live with myself back then.
Right.
But so eventually, after my 6th year, I got a nice federal style townhouse down in the West Village.
Right.
And it was 2 stories, 4 fireplaces, high ceiling, it was like the Friends apartment.
Yeah. You're making money at that point.
But no, I'm not making money.
Right.
All my money's going to that apartment.
To the apartment.
But it's only $4,000 a month at the time.
Yeah.
So
which is fantastic.
It was a lot of money back then, though.
But living in the West Village and paying $4,000 a month for 2 stories, you'd never get that now.
4 fireplaces.
Yeah,
It was great. So yeah, I spent all my money, and nobody really made any money, and people thought you were rich because you were on that show.
Right.
And I mean, if you never got a job after that show, you would be doing some minimum wage job somewhere.
Yeah.
Just to kind of pay the rent. So, but I remember Lauren would say, we pay the writers more because you guys are going to go on and do big things,
right.
Movies and stuff. You got a great career. But the writers, they're just going to keep writing. So we pay them actually a little bit more than you guys. And then cut to 20 years later, Conan O'Brien, Greg Daniels from The Office, writers,
Smigel.
Yeah. They pull up in their limo. Hey, Mr. O'Brien, can I get a ride? But
that's so funny.
That's the way it is.
All right, I know you have to go. Well, we have to go too. Right?